Everybody, how's it going? I'm hoping I pressed go when I did then. I normally do, or I get you to check, don't I, Cynic? I have Cynic Placebo with me. I have Cynic
That's
Placebo
right.
Gaming. How are you, Cynic?
I'm doing well, but I gotta mute your stream because I'm hearing echoes now.
Oh my God, that's the last thing you want to hear. Hearing me once is bad enough, right? It's working, it's working.
Yeah, it looks good.
So, we thought we'd try something a bit different tonight because we're still umming and ahhing what to play, aren't we, after we finished
Yeah.
It Takes Two. So we decided we'd do some Disney trivia. Well, when I say we decided, you had this wonderful idea, and I was like, sure, that sounds amazing. Even if no one else wants to pay attention, we'll be there doing
I-
it. So
I'm just glad you're willing to tag along on my harebrained screams.
it doesn't take much. I'm one of those people, if you say, should we do this? I'm like, yeah, sure. And then I think about the consequences at a later date.
Nah, there won't
Oh,
be
it's
bad
all fun.
consequences for this. I mean, worst case
Yeah.
scenario, people go, that was a terrible video. And then you can delete it and hide it. Nobody even knows.
Sure, sure. No one will ever know. It's like it never happened.
That's right.
So you have been scouring the internet and found us some interesting Disney quizzes to try. We're hoping they're interesting anyway.
Yeah, I didn't want to click through them to see if they were interesting because then I'd know the answers.
Yes, and that's the problem. That's part of the problem because we don't know. They might be terrible. Who knows?
That could be funny too, though.
It will. It will. And it's like I said to you, this is more of a familiar format to me than streaming, actually. I spent the best part of 10 years doing radio shows and just chatting nonsense for hours on end. So I can do that when it comes to Disney. Big Disney fan.
Yeah.
Big Disney fan. So,
I mean,
well, I
I
say
would
pre
say that I was an
2000s.
early Disney fan, but
Snap.
yeah, I don't know. We'll see how much I don't know because I'm gonna guess around mid to late '90s, my knowledge is gonna get really
Yeah.
full of gaps.
Yeah. When I turned, I don't know, 16, 17. Sorry, when I turned 18 and it was legal to drink, that's when my
Mhm.
Disney knowledge disappeared. Not before. That I wasn't drinking before I was 18, honest to God.
I will also be curious about. There's one Disney movie that I've never seen that I'm
Okay.
sure is going to feature prominently here because it's called Halloween Town. I think. Did
Oh,
you
I've
ever
never.
watch Halloween Town?
No. No. And
Yeah.
if
All
all the
right.
questions are about that, we're screwed.
I'm sure there's going to be several. So I think it was
Yeah.
called Halloween Town, but we'll see.
Yeah. Anyway, let's see. Right. We're going to put up the first one we thought we'd do was this one because it's a little slow. And that means if there's anybody in chat, we can start trying to figure out what's working and what's not. Um,
Yeah.
but this looks like a simple Halloween Disney one, so we'll have a play around with this. I grew
Yeah.
up with the old school Disney though. I'm very similar to you. I would say 2000s is the cut off for me, really. A few after,
Yeah.
maybe. You've got kids, Cynic. Did you not watch some with your kids?
I have watched some here and there with my kids, but again, when my kids were in like the prime Disney ages, I was working like three jobs, and
Oh,
so
sure.
I kind of missed most of that area of my children's childhood.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, I get
yeah,
that. Yeah. So anything that's after 2000 we might be stuck with, but we'll see.
we'll
We'll
see.
see what we
Yeah,
do. So let's have a little look. What have we got? First one. Oh, I know what I need to do first. There we go, Cynic. You're proud? Remembered?
I was just about to tell you.
I know.
Yeah,
I know. Look, you're imparting wisdom all the time.
well done. And then maybe hit Control Plus just a couple times just
Oh,
to
yeah,
grow it a
sure.
little bit.
Control plus. And then the top's come back.
Oh,
That's the problem. Oh, it's not letting me F11
there we
that
go.
at the top. Oh, it's
Well, so now just scroll down a little bit. Oh, okay. I don't know. Maybe it's
looking at
it's less
mine.
bad to have the top than it is to have the content be bigger. So I think it's a fair trade off to have bigger content.
Okay. Well, people can read it as well, can't they? Especially if you're looking on your phone.
Yeah.
Okay. So, question one, Cynic, and you think you know this one?
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
I
This
can't
was,
remember.
prime 90s.
I would.
I watched this one so much. And then this is actually one that my kids do watch like every Halloween. They're like, we want to watch this one.
I
So
need to rewatch it. It's been many, many years, and there's been a second one since, and I've not seen it. So I do need to see Hocus Pocus 2.
is there a second one? I didn't know they did
Yeah, it
that.
was in the cinema like last year or the year before. Quite new.
Oh,
Same characters,
okay.
same actresses, and everything else. So
Gotcha.
was it? I want to say Winifred, Mary, and Sarah.
So your gut is correct. They were the Sanderson sisters, but in the second answer, they've got kind of a clever
Oh.
one in there. So if you look at that, Mildred, Bet, and Wilma, and it's because the middle one is Bette Midler.
Oh, okay. I that
Very
was
tricky.
clever. That was clever.
Yeah,
Oh,
I always like when they throw in little sneaky bits like that.
uh-huh. Yeah, I love that. And I didn't even notice. I was just going, my gut. So we'll see. So Captain Hook's ship in Disney Peter Pan is named. God, I think is it the Jolly? Oh, is it the Lolling Codfish?
Oh,
Oh no, that's his saying, isn't it?
I can't remember. He says codfish a lot, but
He
I don't
does.
remember. I don't remember the lolling ever, but maybe he does say that. I don't know.
Mm, I'm
But
thinking Jolly
your gut
Roger.
was right about the ship though, because this is another one I'm 100% positive
This
on.
is why, right? If I ever end up going on like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, I wouldn't go on it anyway because I wouldn't get past the fastest finger first round because
Oh yeah, that part is the worst.
my nails. I wouldn't be able to do it. I wouldn't be able to touch the screen. That's my excuse.
Just just start shouting discrimination after the fast finger round.
Sure, yeah, sure.
It's discriminatory against people with fingernails.
Jolly Roger. There we go. Oh, I
Yep.
don't know this one,
Oh, we got
Cynic.
Marathon Gaming.
Scotty to
And they
Hottie
appear to be a fan
Harridan.
of Disney. Oh,
Scotty, you need to help us here. How
yeah.
old is your Disney? You're our age, yeah? You're like, yeah, Scotty's not far off my age, if
Okay.
not younger, probably, I would say. I
So I
don't
know
know.
that Halloween Town was one that people our age saw, but I never saw it.
I never saw
And
it.
so, yeah, I have no idea on this one. This is 100% guess from me. So if
Oh,
Scotty's got a guess, let's go with that.
let's go with that.
I may
Scotty,
not
do you know?
like it's. I would say that my trivia knowledge is middling. It's pretty good, but the one thing I am quite good at is knowing what I don't know and being like, no, I don't know the answer to this. I would be guessing, right? Ah, has
We've
nobody
not
seen this
seen
one? Okay,
that
Halloween
one.
Town.
Is this an
All right,
American
well,
one?
I'm
I
sure. Well,
don't
I
really
assume
know this
so.
one.
Most of the Disney is American Disney,
For
even the ones with British characters.
true, true.
All right. Well, let's think about this from a Disney perspective. So, the mayor of Halloween Town. So let's just feel the sound of it. So, Mayor Augie, Mayor Calabar, Mayor Luke, or Mayor Benny. To
Sounds
me, the one that
Benny.
sounds the most. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Right? It just sounds
Sure.
like a Disney vibe name.
The only
I think
thing,
that's consensus, right?
yeah, the only thing I would say is, do you think the mayor is in the picture? That's the
You
only
know,
thing.
I have no idea. Maybe it's like one of the kids becomes the mayor of Halloween
I
Town.
don't know. Should we go with Benny?
That sounds
Let's
right. That
try
has the
it.
right mouthfeel for
Oh,
Disney.
but what was it, Cynic? It doesn't tell us.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll look it
Oh,
up
that's
here just a
so
second.
annoying. Oh, Marathon Gaming.
Uh,
So Scottish just
who
said
was
B.
mayor of Halloween Town? It was Mayor. Oh, it's now that's trying to show me Tim Burton's Halloween Town. Oh no, because Halloween Town is also the name of the place in Night Before Christmas.
Okay.
Halloween Town movie mayor? I don't know. I
I've
don't know the
no
answer.
idea. Oh, it's not coming up. We'll
Let's see.
forget that one. We'll forget it. Goldtooth, how are you? It is
It's
Disney.
Calabar.
Oh, Calabar. Yeah, that sounds Disney
Yeah.
actually on reflection.
All right.
It's Disney, not Diddy. Goldie. Yeah, correct. Finish the
I
words.
mean, I'm sure some of the freak off parties it featured Disney somewhere in them. You know.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. They could do though, couldn't they? And I don't even want to go down that road. Should we stop that conversation before it even starts,
That's probably
please?
wise. Yeah, that's
We're
probably
not after
wise.
Watershed. I can't. I need to try not
Angry
to
Gamer
swear.
Girl's here.
Oh, AGG. We're hoping that you're a Disney girl, AGG. Please be a Disney
Now-
girl because we're already struggling.
Yeah, Goldtooth and Angry Gamer Girl. Have either of you watched Halloween Town? Apparently, it was 1997 or 8, something like that. But I never saw it.
No, neither did I. Neither did I. Oh, yes. We knew we could trust on you, Becky.
Oh, good.
Goldtooth, Scotty, this is our friend Becky, AGG. We've streamed with her a few times. Go and check her channel out. She's a lot of fun. And check each other's
Yeah.
channels out. These are my friends, Becky, Goldtooth, and Scotty as Marathon Gaming. So, finish the words to Ursula's spell in Disney. The Little Mermaid is... Oh, God. I don't know. I'm trying to sing it in my head because I ain't singing it
Let's
out
see.
loud.
Yeah. Beluga Sevruga et Max Laryngitis. That's the one that looks like.
Yeah, it's
Wait,
La
let me
Voce
try
to
the other one.
me.
Beluga Sevruga La Voce to me. No,
It's
La Voce to me
laryngitis,
happens
isn't it?
later.
It's
That
laryngitis.
happens later. But let me check that larynx's one. Oh, okay. Beluga Sevruga Larynx's glottitis. No, that doesn't sound right. It's got to be at Max Laryngitis,
It's
right?
either that or it might be. I feel like it's laryngitis. So Sorry, let's catch up with the chat before we make a
Yeah,
decision.
yeah.
Marathon Gamer says A. I think that's the after max laryngitis. Maybe, I don't know. But we're not going to know either. Write this in before you Google it, before we let go of this page, Cynic, because we need to know.
Oh, sorry. I was just responding to chat. I haven't Googled it. No.
Becky for the
I
win.
Googled the last one. The Halloween Town one was all. After we failed.
Goldtooth just put, I would love to uppercut Mickey. Why do you dislike the things that I like so much, Goldie? Like Sonic. He hates Sonic, Cynic.
Whoa.
He hates
You're
Sonic.
assuming maybe uppercuts is his expression of love. Maybe he
Could
just
be.
loves
It could
Mickey
be.
that much. He would want to uppercut him.
Perhaps. Right, I'm going to go with B. Scotty, if it's A,
Yeah,
I
that's-
apologise.
It's got to be at max laryngitis. That one just has the right again.
Oh, no, it wasn't! It
No,
wasn't!
what was it? Oh,
No! No! Just Google it, Cynic. You're doing the legwork for me here
Sure,
while I
yeah,
sit and
yeah.
drink my wine.
well, that was the other reason I wanted you to host. Let's see.
Oh.
Beluga Sevruga come winds of the Caspian Sea. That's what it was.
Was that even on
and then
there?
and then yeah, that was one of the options, but I didn't put it on there because that didn't sound right to me. And then the next line was laryngix glaucitis. So it was at max laryngitis la voce to me. So all three of the other ones were in there. And I only recognized two of them. I recognized the laryngitis one and la voce to me, but I didn't recognize the other ones.
So Goldtooth says Mickey's voice is terrible. He sounds like he's in pain. I would agree.
What do you mean?
Cynic can do not any impression. I don't want to commit you to that, but you're very good at your impressions.
Gosh, thanks.
You're really good. I can't do any impressions apart from Scouse, as the boys know. Sorry. Multiverse. Protector Multiverse is here. Hey, how are you? And
hey, I remember Protector of the Multiverse. He was in the Sonic stream, right?
He was. He came to one of my Sonic streams, I'm sure. And AGG will drop in and out. I'm sure you much prefer this to me playing Lethal Company and screaming so that you scream in the office with me. Right, Becky? Okay, so Marathon Gaming. So Scotty has said he's his brother. This is Greek mythology. Greek mythology.
Yeah, that's true.
So they're not...
Hades.
I don't think they're
and
father and
Zeus.
son.
I don't think so either. They've got to be brothers, right? I mean, I guess they could be cousins. Let's think about this.
Yeah.
Who is Zeus's father? It's a Titan, right? And Hades' father is definitely a Titan. But are they the
Brothers.
same Titan?
Could be.
That's the question. Because if they're different Titans, that makes them cousins. If they're the same Titan, that makes them brothers.
Yeah.
But we can rule out father and son. Father and son is not the answer.
I agree, but we might be wrong. We've been proved wrong on every question apart from the first two.
What are you
that
talking
you
about?
knew.
We are nailing this pub quiz.
Disney experts. Let's go, brother. Yay!
That's what I think.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Scotty. Good shout.
Nice.
Oh, Disney's Nightmare Before Christmas. And the thing is, we're going to end up doing a lot of Nightmare Before Christmas ones. And I've watched
You don't
this
know Nightmare Before Christmas?
only a couple of times. Times.
I know Nightmare Before Christmas pretty well. I remember watching a pirated copy of it, like right after it came out. My uncle, somebody at his house, I don't know if it was my uncle that did it, but somebody had a pirated copy of Nightmare Before Christmas, and I watched it. And I was so excited because it just come out in theaters. But I was like so disappointed because the way it was advertised was like, this is a scary movie. And then it wasn't scary. It's like just a normal Halloween, Christmas, Disney movie with like some darker tones. But it was advertised as this is scary.
But see me,
did
this
not
is
deliver
this
on
is
that
the
front.
problem because of the scary stuff. You've seen me in Lethal Company, and I advised you before you chose to take me on your streams with you. But anything that was slightly scary was not for me. Like the elephant graveyard on like The Lion King scares me. That's how much of a wuss I am. So yeah, I've not watched that many scary things, including Nightmare Before Christmas, which is that scary. Right, let's see what people are saying. Multiverse is saying, yeah, Sonic is love, Sonic is life. Goldtooth will disagree with us here, but I agree with you completely on that one. Greetings from Russia. Thank you for tuning in. And Goldie, I'm buying stuff whilst watching one eye and keeping a brown eye on my seat. Okay, good. That's good to know. Really good to know. And I'm glad I read that before I read it out loud. I have to remember when Goldie writes in the chat, I need to read it in my head before I read it out loud.
It's fine. Just swing for the fences. What happens, happens.
So Scotty
So,
says straw. I think it's bugs. I remember him
yeah,
turning into bugs. Is that right?
yeah. Yep. So he definitely has like a seam comes loose and his bugs come out. And so when Jack attaches the string to like the spinny thing, it's not like a merry-go-round, but it's kind of like that. And it
Yeah.
pulls his thread and all his bugs show and they scatter.
Let's have a look. Yeah. Sorry, Scotty.
I'm the Oogie Boogie Man. Whoa.
I love
All
this.
right.
It's like pressing. Do you know when I used to do my radio show, I had somebody who used to press like he brought sound effects into the studio. It drove me mad, but yours are really good. Like they're appropriate.
Well, I'm trying to only do ones that make sense.
When brewing a spell in her cauldron, the evil queen from Disney's Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs whitens her hair by adding a scream of fright, mummy dust, a thunderbolt, old hag's cackle. I have an old hag's cackle. I'm going to say that now. I do have an old hag's cackle. A lot of people have
Okay.
heard it. You've heard it, Cynic. You heard the me and Test Pilot when we pushed Frank down a hole. That is my full blown laugh.
I think I don't know. I draw a distinction between cackling and an old hag's cackle. But
I see that to do it then. I do cackle. I can't help it. I'm just really loud. I think it's a scream of fright.
okay,
You
wait.
know?
Let's think about this real quick. So let's see. She's adding her hair, whitens her hair by adding a scream of fright and an old hag's cackle, mummy dust, or thunderbolt. Ah, okay. So this is
Maybe
one of
it's a
those ones
scream
where
of
I feel like
fright.
all four of them are actually in the spell. And so it's just a question as to which one happens when she does the hair. But I think you're right. I think a scream of fright to
I
turn my
think
hair
so.
white.
And Scotty agrees with us. Goldie's just
Yeah.
saying he's a massive fan of Nightmare Before Girthmas. For those of you that don't know what
Yeah.
Girth means, go to Goldtooth's channel and
Or
don't like come back to me and complain when you see his channel and it's like what the hell's going on. It's good. Go watch Goldie. He's a good bloke. It's confusing at first though. Confusing when you don't know what the hell the Girth Gang is, but yeah, you'll understand. Just watch a few streams. Right. We are
I
going with
can't type.
Girth Man.
Gosh.
Right. Should we
Oh,
go for
16 bits and bobs is here.
Ali? Oh my god. Hi, how are you? I thought you were off YouTube, man. I that was a bit overexcited there, wasn't it? I'm so sorry. I think it's a scream of fright. Do you not?
I think you're right. That seems right to me.
Yay!
I trust you.
I know this one. I know this
Nice.
one. You must know this one.
Let's see. We'll have to read what it says. Jafar's
In
third
actually,
wish. Oh, of course.
in Disney's
Yeah.
Aladdin, Jafar's third wish turns him into A, a sorcerer, B, genie, C, prince, or D, snake.
I wish to be an all-powerful.
Yeah.
I know the answer.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is actually the first movie I saw in the movie theater.
Oh, is it
So
snake? We were
yeah,
allowed to
I grew up.
attend this one.
Well, so it was not about that. Like Disney movies were fine in Mormonism, but the problem was that we were just poor, so we never went to the movie theater.
Oh,
But
same.
I had a rich friend, and my rich friend for his birthday was going to Aladdin, and his parents offered to pay to take me. So this was the very first movie I
Aw.
saw.
That's my first. One of the first movies I was going to see was The Lion King, but we got there and it had sold out, and it was my friend's parents. Same scenario. Same
Yeah.
scenario. But yeah, I for those that don't know, I think it's B. It's genie, isn't it?
Yeah.
Scotty's gone
Because
with
at
that
first
as well.
his very first wish was to be a sorcerer, right?
Yeah. And then he turns
Yeah.
into a snake, and then he's a genie. Oh, boys, the chat's descending into chaos. Just do whatever you're doing. We'll pick out letters. Just listen to the stream as well, right? We need some of these answering because we don't know them all. In
Would have been harder if they'd gone for like what did the genie say when when Jafar was a sorcerer, right? Wreck 'em, rock 'em, rack 'em, rake. Stick that sword into that snake.
That's exactly what he
Jafar,
said.
Jafar, he's our man. If he
If he
can't
can
do it,
great. Yes. Oh,
yeah, we know
so
Aladdin.
Maleficent is been released as a skin in Fortnite in the last 2 days. You can purchase her and have her running around the map. She's a
Oh,
great
nice.
skin, but I'm resisting because I'm trying not to spend money on Fortnite.
Yay, good job. I appreciate that. Can't Got to become a frugal skinflint like me.
Oh, why are you, boys? Why are you talking about toenails?
I mean, that's
God damn
fine.
it, guys! I think so. In Disney Sleeping Beauty, Maleficent's pet raven is named Ferdinand, Diablo, Mortimer, Lucifer.
All right. So I have a guess, but I have two that I want to rule out.
Yes.
So I believe that Lucifer is just a reference to the cat in Cinderella, and that they're
I
trying to
thought
trick you and be
so.
like, I recognize that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Ferdinand is the bull. And so again, they're just trying to hope that you remember that name and be like, that's a Disney thing, right?
Mm.
So I think it has to be either Diablo or Mortimer. But the one that rings a bell to me is Mortimer, but again, my confidence level is fairly low.
So she's fussing him, isn't she, at some point? It's the petting. If you watch him from
Mm-hmm.
America, we've had this conversation before, the difference between fussing and petting. I don't know. And I know it sounds stupid, but there was something in my head saying Ferdinand. But
I mean, it's possible. I just think that one's, it could be. Mortimer is the one that I seem to remember, but again, my confidence is low. So if your Ferdinand one has a medium confidence, then I say go with that.
oh, I don't
Let's see if anybody.
know.
Well, Scotty says Mortimer. I don't know what his
Okay.
confidence level is.
Well, he's talking about gold toes right now, so I'm not sure. Um, right. Is this a Sonic speedrun stream? No, Ali, you keep missing those. Do you know I've got some fastest in the world now on my special stages on Sonic 3? You didn't know that because you've not been dropping in. I know you didn't know that. Fastest in the world. That's me on 2.
On mirror mode, no
In
less.
the world. In mirror mode, yes. On Xbox, not on Steam because they're corrupt on Steam. What's Multiverse
Again, we just
saying?
got to figure out that same hack so that you can submit a bunch of 1-second speed runs to Steam and just be like, hey, I own all the speed runs in
Yeah,
Steam.
should do. Do you know what? I should just say this is my gamer tag and find who is cheating on all of them. I've done this in 5 seconds. Right, let's have a look.
I actually could figure out how to do it if I would have to own the game, but then you can basically set up a packet sniffer to listen to see what API calls are going out, and then you could just replicate the same API call, but with a different second amount in it, right?
Oh,
So it's
Cynic,
fairly easy to
it's like you're
trick.
talking French.
Yeah.
I know it's easy
Je
for
ne sais
you.
pas.
Bonjour, je m'appelle.
Yeah. I might have exhausted all of my French. Oh no, that's not true. I could say voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir. That's the only other one I know.
Yeah, I know some French, not much, and I bet Goldtooth knows the sentence you've just said. So they're asking.
Oh, you don't know that one? Come on, you're the same age.
I know that one. Of course, I know that one.
Say,
Who are you talking to, Cynic? You know me well enough by now, surely.
Well, you just tricked me. It sounded. I was like, what? You thought I was just saying weird things.
No. So they're asking of Frank because he has got the golden Girth stick that was for winning GirthTuber. For those of you, Ali, you might not know this. I know Scotty and Goldtooth do. You'll recognise Cynic's voice from the start of Frank's video. Do your impression.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's Late Girth Tonight. I don't know, something like that.
There you go.
Starring your host, Angry Dad Gaming.
I'm going to try and get it back off him, boys. He said he was sending it to me and he's still not done it. So if anyone's going to get it back, it's me.
It might be stuck in an orifice that it's not,
I would imagine
having an easy time coming out of.
I would imagine so, unfortunately. Right. Let's get back to the quiz.
We need a tiebreaker. So we've got a couple that said Mortimer, and then we've got Blonde that said Ferdinand. Who's going to break it? So Marathon Gaming's already weighed in. Who wants to guess? Oh, did you just click it?
How did it only cost £18? Sorry, Ali. I've been trying to figure out how much it costs to send stuff to the US, and I can get the cheapest at £40. If it's £18, that's a game changer. I thought it was £40. Sorry. Ali, Goldtooth, Multiverse, give me a letter. Well, actually, a choice between A or C. I need you to drop it in, please. We need a tiebreaker.
Ferdinand or Mortimer?
Goldie's saying the voice that ruined our GirthTuber. Because it was so professional, right? A, right. That's Ferdinand. Right. That's what I said. Let's go. No! What was it, Cynic? What was it?
I can't believe it doesn't tell us. Okay, let's see. So Maleficent's Raven's name. Let's see. Diablo. It wasn't either of us. Dang. All right.
Oh.
All right.
Oh,
No,
so Protector of the Multiverse is saying C for here. He doesn't have. Oh, it might have been for the last question. Sorry, Multiverse, if that was for the last question, because he's definitely not got a scar on both eyes. I feel like it's his right eye, because that's the one that's
oh,
covered here.
let me think about it. Let me think about it. So I'm thinking about when he picks up the mouse, he's holding that with his right paw.
Yeah.
So my
Life's
guess would
not
be left
fair, is
because
it?
I thought it was the opposite eyebrow to that. But again, that's my confidence level is low.
Life's not fair, is it? You see, I will never be king. I can do it word
Yeah.
for word. Um,
I'm just trying to
oh,
think of another like iconic moment that stands out at me. Like, well, obviously when he's singing "Be Prepared," when he sings "Be Prepared,"
I know that your powers of
I I was
retention.
thinking left. I don't know. I don't know. I I think I'm gonna defer on this one. I just for me it's a 50-50 and that's not helpful. So
I feel like it's left because if you're getting attacked, right, because he's been scratched by something,
oh, you okay? All right.
scratched to the right, so it'd be his left. I don't
So
know. I don't think they
you think
overthought it.
Mufasa's right-handed, and so that's what like scratched him with the right hand on his left face. This is very To
Yeah.
Kill a Mockingbird detective. I like it.
Oh.
I support this.
Oh, so Protector of the Multiverse is saying in Russian some of the translations and names are different.
Oh, that's true.
That is
Yeah.
true. That is true.
How's your VPN working today, Protector of the Multiverse? Is it going a little better?
I
I know
hope
you were
so.
struggling with that last time, but hopefully the low bandwidth of this format where we're doing pretty much a static image fixes that.
I'm basically doing a podcast with pictures.
That's right. It's like a slideshow. We got 1990s tech up in
I
here.
know. Look how good we are. This is about my level of tech. So, are we going for left or right? It's A or B, people.
I vote left, but again, my confidence is low, so I'm happy to defer to whatever chat
Did
says.
I say left or right? I can't remember.
I thought you said both at one point.
No, I
So
didn't say both.
no,
Definitely not. No, no, no.
not both. I mean, I thought you said right first and then you switched to left.
I
So
think, but I'm going off the
because you were
logic.
saying the
The right.
detective was left because of the right hand thing,
Uh-huh.
and so yeah,
But
I don't know.
his hair's covering his right here. Right, I'm going left.
16 bits and bobs sounds confident, and then Angry Gamer
It's
goes with
left.
left. That sounds like
Okay,
consensus.
right, a consensus.
Okay,
Yay! Thank you
nice.
guys. We're doing
I'm glad
well.
to hear that your VPN's going well, Protector. That's always good.
That's good. That is good. The Mickey Mouse animated short that features Mickey, Goody. Who's Goody? And Donald's ghost hunting is called. Do you think that's
I
what I
think
say?
that's just
Goofy.
I think
That's a
that's a typo.
typo.
Yeah. But here's a bonus question for y'all in chat. What was Goofy's original name? Does anybody know?
Frank. I don't know.
No.
I do not know the answer to that. I
So
genuinely
the
don't know.
reason I know this is from I can't even remember the name of the game, but on Nintendo, the original Nintendo, there was
Yeah.
like a Disney trivia game, and this was one of the questions, and it was
Cynic
Goofy's original name was, and then he
Placebo.
had to pick from multiple choice.
Are you
And his
cheating?
original name, what?
You're cheating. You chose this Disney quiz because you had that on the NES.
Oh no, well, but
You
sure,
thought that
that
you
was just
might
his.
win.
What was his? That was what his original name.
Sorry, go. Oh, go to
Dogman marathon game. You're not that far off, actually. It was. I'll put it in chat because the spelling was also. Oh, now
Are you doubting it? Are you doubting yourself?
I'm doubting the first word. I'll put two. It's either. I think it's Dippity, but it might just be Dippy, and then dog.
Oh, Dippity
So it's either
sounds.
Dippity Dog or Dippy Dog. Let's see. Goofy's
Dippity
original
dog. It sounds Dippity. I
name
think I've heard that before.
was Dippy Dog. No, I'm wrong. It was just Dippy.
I would have said Dippity. I feel like I've heard that before.
Yeah. All right. But as far as this question goes, we'll get back to that. Sorry, a little aside there. Oh, wait. Let's see what Protector's saying. Actually, a good question is, kind people of the chat, what's a good PS2 emulator on Android? I don't actually know on Android. Sorry. I've only done emulation on the PC. I haven't ever dealt with Android.
Oh, we've got Izzy dropping in the chat here, saying it's D. So I'm going to read it out again because we've chatted a lot in the last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Not quite that long. The Mickey Mouse animated short that features Mickey, Goofy, and Donald Ghost hunting is called Ghastly Ghouls, Sneaky Spirits, Secret Monsters, or Lonesome Ghosts. We've already
Well,
got a D.
I definitely say that I agree with Izzy, but again, my confidence
Okay.
isn't 100%. That's just I do remember watching this as a kid, but I
Okay.
can't say for sure that I remember the name of it.
Let's try.
But
Let's try
Lonesome Ghost
this.
sounds right to me.
Yay! Another one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
I should know this one. Beauty and the Beast was one of my favourites. I love Beauty
Oh,
and
I
the
know this
Beast.
one.
When he was a lad, Gaston from Disney's Beauty and the Beast ate how many eggs each morning to help him grow large? That's
I'm especially good at expectorating.
There's different ways to grow large, Gaston. You don't need to eat eggs. 2 dozen,
Well,
3 dozen, 4 dozen,
he
or
was
5
limited. He
dozen.
was in a provincial life setting, you know?
Ah,
No, Angry Gamer Girl knows.
I think so.
When
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was a
yeah.
lad, I ate 4 dozen eggs every morning to help me get large.
There's other ways
Yeah.
in the morning to do that. Right, 4 dozen. Are we good with this? Where is
Oh,
Feed Me
yeah.
Chicken 16 Bits and Bobs? Is he still? He'll still be at work. That's why we had to chat to him at 11 p.m. last night. God damn.
Well, he's offended now because we're eating eggs. If you eat eggs, they can't grow into chickens
No.
where he can eat them.
Right, this is a discussion about Feed Me Chicken, isn't it, guys? He's called Feed Me Chicken, but he can't lay eggs. So is he not technically Feed Me Rooster?
Wait. So you're saying that he's feed me, like, comma, chicken?
He calls himself Chicken.
Not feed me chicken.
Feed Me Chicken.
Li-
I don't know
like
if
his
there's a
name-
comma in there or not. I don't know.
Yeah, so my understanding was not that he was a chicken per se, but that he just wanted to be fed chicken.
If you've not seen him, he's wearing a giant chicken mask for everything. You never see his face. He's a giant chicken. Hash / rooster. Hannibal Pector. Yes, correct, Ali.
Very nice.
Right, 4 dozen are we going with?
Well, so now, 4 dozen, what I say. But if he's a rooster, I mean, then there's the question of whether or not he's actually a capon. For those
What's a
that know
capon?
what a capon is, that sounds like fighting words. So I don't want to discuss it too explicitly in chat, but capons are roosters that are intended to be eaten.
Oh,
And the way you do that is you remove something so that they don't grow quite so musky.
right. Wow. I did not know that. Look at this proper pub quiz. We're going with 4 dozen. Yay!
Yeah, totally. I was confident about that one. Angry Gamer Girl knows.
Oh, why do I not know this one?
Oh.
Cinderella's evil stepmother.
Oh, I do know.
In Disney,
Weird.
Cinderella is named Lady Grimhilde. How do I say this one, Cynic?
Grimhilda.
Grimhilda, Lady Van Tub, Lady Morticia, Lady Tremaine. Oh, is it Lady Tremaine?
Yeah, I didn't think I knew that, but as soon as I heard Lady Tremaine, I was like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, that's it. Like, but again, it could be, they have been tricky in this quiz where they keep pulling out like ones that are in the show but are somebody else, or in the show but it's the next line, right? So it could be that like Lady Tremaine is their neighbor or one of the other ladies at the ball, but Lady Tremaine is definitely in Cinderella. So I think it's got to be her, right?
Sure. What does
Let's
chat
see.
think? AGG says
Yeah.
that. Jack Knight says Lady Gaga. I wish that was an option because that would be perfect and I would choose
Ooh.
it.
There you go.
Thank you for stopping by, Jack. I'm going with D. I've got hands up for
I mean,
D.
that
You've
rung a
got
bell
D.
for both of us. Yeah.
We'll give 5-second warning for anyone who wants to put something in.
Double bell ringers, that makes it pretty
3,
likely.
2, 1. Okay, we're going with Lady Tremaine. Yes. Oh, this guy, right? Do you know when you watch Hunchback of Notre Dame now, the scenes with him are creepy as hell. Like, he's creepy as hell. He's the freakiest guy.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah, he was always
honest to
horrible.
God. It's
So
just
again, I grew up Mormon, and Disney movies were always okay, except for this one. I could only watch
Really?
this one if we fast forwarded through the hellfire scene.
Like
we weren't allowed to watch
fire.
that song.
yeah, it
we
was
weren't allowed to watch that.
not good. Not good.
Though it's not that my parents had a problem with the creepy Frollo dude. They had a problem with the fact that the fire danced like naked ladies.
Yeah, sure. Mormonism for you, right?
All right, let's see.
Let's go.
So in the Hunchback of Notre Dame, the C in Frollo's alphabet stands for contrition, confession, creed, or commandment. I mean,
feel like it's contrition, and I don't know
that's
why.
that was what rung my bell. I could see confession, but contrition is the one that rang my bell because he's all about guilt and
Uh-huh. That's what I was
overcoming guilt,
thinking.
and so contrition, yeah, seems right to me. But
See,
again, I would say my confidence level is only 70%.
AGT block. Why did you block the movie out, Becky? Because it's so
It's got
creepy.
some really freaky parts for
Oh,
sure.
I love it. Izzy says confession. Just
Confession.
looked it up. Don't look
Okay.
it up. Don't ruin it.
We got a cheater.
Do you know what? His eyes are not dissimilar to mine on a Sunday morning after I've been out on a Saturday night. It is a dark, dark movie, but I loved this as a kid, which sums up my mentality, does it not? Oh, Izzy. We've got 2 for contrition, one for confession. Anybody else?
I definitely didn't watch this one as much just because again it was less. Well, I guess the other problem what my parents had was the main character, the lady, what's her name?
Oh,
Esmeralda, right?
yeah, I think so. Yeah.
My parents had a problem with the fact that she had a storied past, like the voice actress had done something they thought was
Oh,
too sexy or bad or something. I don't know.
oh God.
So again, I did not watch this one very much.
So, are we going to go with Izzy? Or are we going to go with ourselves with contrition? We've got 2 to 1. We need a breaker, guys. What does everyone think? I only watched the animated show of this. Was he in the animated show? Jack, I don't know, mate. I never watched the animated show. I'm guessing you would have had to have Sky for that, and I couldn't afford Sky. So
Wait, what? This is the animated show. What are we talking about?
I think there
I'm
was
confused.
I think there was a series. There was a series done on this.
Oh, like a TV show.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Oh, I had no idea. I knew they did that with Aladdin, but I didn't know they did that with the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Oh, it's Disney.
Or
They'll do it with
Dom.
anything, won't they? What was the French word
Okay.
we were debating about? A chaise longue, wasn't it? That you do.
Oh,
How do you
yeah.
say it?
Well, we do it just as dumb in America because we normally say like chase lounge. So we ruin the first word, but then the second one we try to kind of make French.
Chaise
Whereas you
lounge.
guys go like chaise, so you go very French on the first one, but then you go long and go like totally non-French on the second one, which is funny that we both like clearly make it wrong. But you know,
Not only
screw
we
it.
do-
The
do
French,
we-
we could do what we want.
Butcher the English language, but we like to double butcher anybody else's languages. Right.
That's the one I can't stand from you guys is pasta. You guys say
Pasta?
pasta. So you say pasta, right? When pasta is clearly an Italian word, and you're clearly capable of saying pasta because your second A is right. You say pasta. So you say the right at the end, but you say the first
Cynic.
A wrong.
Do not start
can't.
because this is a north-south divide as well. Like I have
No. This is an Italy and anyone that's not Italian
So
divide.
still-
If you're saying, it's like we call Japan. That's wrong. That's not what they call their country. It's not Japan.
So
it has a
it's
name. It's
still
Nippon.
a north-south divide to us because Italy's a lot further south than where I am. It's
Oh.
seriously.
It's so far south that it would still be within the continental U.S. if Britain was in the north of the U.S. and Italy was in like the mid-south.
So
It's not that
it's
far.
pasta. So there's how do you say bath or bath? How do you say it, Cynic?
But again, that's not another language. That's English people choosing how to say an English
how
word.
do you
Pasta
say it?
is an Italian
How
word.
do
I say
you
bath.
Bath. Good.
Yeah.
Good. We can be friends.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
You say bath? You think an American says
do.
bath?
I don't know. You like to say other things strange.
If an American says bath, they're probably trying to masquerade as some other ethnicity
Garbage.
to look cool.
Garbage. Put out the garbage. Right, let's not go down there.
Garbage.
Oh, Jackson Garage and Garage. Yeah, exactly. And it was on CITV one. Okay, so it was free. I never knew that. I never
Or is
watched
the
it.
difference actually garage and mechanic?
Oh, God, let's not start. Let's not go down this road just yet. We've not long started the stream. So,
right.
do you know what I think it is, Jack? I think it's the age difference. You're 7 years behind me. If your birth year's 90, going off the fact you're Jack 90, it might just be that I missed it because I was a bit more grown up. So I might not have watched the cartoon. Right. Okay. So we're going to go for contrition, which is probably wrong. Sorry, Izzy, but
It's probably
two
wrong
versus
because it
one.
looks like Izzy looked it up, yeah. But we
Izzy
would've been
lied.
wrong.
We put contrition.
Oh, we doubted ourselves. Izzy, you tricksy
You
little minx.
minx. The same time. We can agree on something cynic.
If she doesn't scare you,
No evil thing will. Right?
damn
Right.
straight. No other choice.
Anthony A, I love your black t-shirt. Who? Who are you talking to? You're on the right channel.
Maybe she thinks you're Cruella Deville. Maybe he thinks this is a webcam.
Yeah, I do look like this when I don't like brush my hair of a morning.
Jasper! Horace!
She's a great character. She's also available on Fortnite now. Like, I think I should be getting commission off Fortnite. The skin.
There you go.
She's there. Mr. Fulton Raz, hello today. It's my big 25th golden birthday of my quarter of a century of a decade. Congratulations. Happy 25th birthday.
Yeah.
I wish I was 25 still.
Hopefully you're not suffering from a quarter life crisis. Save that for your 40.
I've still not had mine. I've still not had mine. I'm waiting. Oh, have I? Is that what the stream is about?
Mini crises.
Oh dear. I don't know. Same blonde, yeah. I feel you, AGG. I feel you. I'm exactly the same as you. And do you know what? Even at the end of the day, last night I had a quick call with Mr. 16 Bits and Bobs, Feed Me Chicken, and Nots Gamer. We're trying to sort out this Mario Kart tournament on the 16th of November on Nots Gamer's channel. And I didn't put my camera on because I look like a foot after the end of the day. I just like, my makeup's off, I'm ready for bed. I ain't switching my camera on. It's not a good look. Not a good look. But I don't think I even want to look at the rest. I think we can go ahead with this. I think most people in chat would know this, yeah?
100%, yeah.
No evil thing will. Yes.
She's like a spider waiting for the kill.
So we got 12 out of 15.
12.
That's respectable.
I didn't think we'd done that well. I thought we missed a lot more.
Yeah,
apparently
I think
misremembered.
Had it not been for chat, we would have missed a lot more. I think we would have got about
So let's see.
7.
We missed
Does it tell us what they are?
Diablo was the name of the Raven.
Uh-huh.
That Calabar was Halloween Town.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to remember the other one that we missed. But not bad. Not bad at all.
Yes. Good.
All right. Should we move on to the Kahoot one? The one where I stole the thumbnail from?
So let's back up a page here. So you'll recognise this from the top of the stream because Cynic put the thumbnail together because I'm incompetent and cannot manage to do basic things. So Cynic did me a beautiful thumbnail for this. But
I can violate copyright with the best of them.
Yeah, it's great, but as long as it's on my stream, yeah. I have no copyright strikes as of yet, so it's all good.
Yeah. So basically, I took this image, but then on the main page, there was an image with the characters were a lot bigger. And so I cut all the characters and the logo out of that to make it so that they were a lot bigger on this image.
I wish I knew how to do this stuff, but I do not, unfortunately.
You're learning. Your thumbnails have been getting better and better.
It's because I've got good teachers. Between you and Frank, I will learn one of these days. I'll be up there soon. It's all good. So, chat, there's quite a few different ones on here. So we've got featured content across the top here. So there's Learn About Halloween with Lilo and Stitch. We think maybe not. Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas. Science with Tim Burton's The Night Before Christmas. Hocus Pocus trivia. There's lots. So any here that anybody thinks might be good?
What are people thinking? You like A Nightmare Before Christmas, Hocus Pocus? Like,
we can do whatever.
What's
we'll
your
go
fancy?
There's 7 of you here that we can see, so if we get a vote from at least 2 of you, that would be good. But if not, Cynic and I will have the deciding say.
Oh, we can randomly pick like nobody's business.
Yeah, we're good at random picking.
I could grab a dice if we want.
Or we could just do, what's the game we play? Mind Trap.
Oh, there you go.
Mind Trap's horrible. I've got a few of them, but then some of them just completely nowhere near.
Yeah, well, and some of the questions are better than other ones. That's going to happen when you have when you're trying to make 300 lateral puzzles. Some of them are not going to be winners.
Yeah, and my brain doesn't always work laterally. It depends how much I've had a drink of that night.
Though speaking of lateral puzzles, so I've started a subreddit called r/visual puzzles.
Okay.
And so if anybody likes visual puzzles, go check that one out because it's got some fun stuff. That's where I actually put some of my spot the difference puzzles. I put them on there.
Cynic, when are you releasing? When are you launching the Wario one?
No, the Waluigi one's got some time still. Yeah, but tomorrow I'm launching another Spot the Diff. So on my channel, you'll
Spot
get
the Difference
Little Nightmares 3 Spot the Diff.
Little Nightmares creeps the hell out of me. My ex played both of those and I was just hidden behind a cushion the whole time. the whole
Yeah, the new one
time.
doesn't come out till next year, but they've already released some game art for it. So I was like, "Oh, I'll
Nice.
make a spot the difference out of it." That's very Halloween appropriate.
Yeah. And you're good at them, and they're really
Yeah,
good. They are like I'm an auditor, and I can't spot the difference on all of
yeah,
yours.
they're tricky.
I've managed to get the Sonic ones. So
Yeah,
ATG is saying Nightmare, and I was kind of
yeah.
leaning that way anyway.
Let's
So
do it then.
there's four here, Becky. We've got Tim Burton's. Should we just go for the first one? See
Yeah,
what this
yeah.
one
Let's try
is.
the first one.
Nightmare Before Christmas trivia. Okay.
Yeah, but the Waluigi one I'm working on, the feedback I got from the beta testers was mostly that it was too confusing without interactivity, and so I need to make it interactive, and that's way harder than just making art. So it's going to take me a bit.
But it looks good from what I've seen. I was a beta tester.
Yeah,
I
the
love
art's
it.
solid, but yeah,
You'll
I
get
gotta
there.
program it. I've been lazy.
So, first question:
All right.
Who is the main
Uh,
character of Tim Burton? Oh, we need to zoom
so
in. Let's
yeah,
zoom
real
in.
quick, do F11 and plus Control plus. See if it'll let you do the
It
F11
might do
too
it
on
on
this
this
one.
one. Should we see? Control plus.
Maybe.
My browser just does not let me do this.
Yeah.
We'll go with this and leave the tabs across the top. Sure.
It's just that your mouse is at the top. Do you need? Well, no, never mind.
No,
I'm
it's
done.
here.
Never mind. Ignore me. All right.
So
I'd even maybe Control plus one more time, just because the text is a little small.
there we go. We happy, Cynic?
Sweet. Yeah, it looks great.
So, question number one: Who is the main character of Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas? Let's click on this because you can pick it up.
Now-
I'm sure you can make these large. I'm sure I clicked on one.
Uh,
Who is this?
Sorry, I wasn't sure. But you just don't click Show Answers.
It's not showing the answers, is it?
Yeah. But just right above that is where it says Show Answers. So
Yeah, I
just don't
wasn't
do
gonna
that.
do that.
I'll take notes of all the ones, and then at the
Okay.
end we can compare which ones we got right or wrong.
Jack Skellington, right?
Of course.
I know that one.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So that one was easy. Let's go. Let's close this. Yeah, and AGG agrees. And then it tells us his name straight after it. Jack Skellington is known as the Pumpkin King of Spooky Village. True or false? It's true, is it not?
And I, Jack, the Pumpkin King.
Do you know this one I
Yeah.
found particularly scary? It's I don't like the stop start animation. It freaks me out. I don't know what it is about it. Wallace and Gromit I can deal with, and like those ones,
Oh,
but this is
I
really
totally
freaky.
understand.
Don't
I
like
got
it.
traumatized by the Adventures of Tom Sawyer,
Oh, I don't know
or
what
no,
that
the
is.
Adventures of Mark Twain. Sorry, and it's a claymation one from like the early mid '80s.
Yeah.
I saw it on TV, and it has like these freaky segments where like the devil's trying to make kids like kill creatures that they just brought to life. All this like weird crap in it freaked me the hell out. And I thought it was fake. I thought I had imagined the whole thing or dreamed it up because I would ask people about it. Nobody had ever heard of it. Nobody had ever seen it. And then eventually I saw it in like the dollar bin at Walmart, the DVD. And so I bought the DVD just to prove to myself that I'm not insane and
Yeah.
that it actually exists.
Oh my God, no, I just can't do it. We used to have like in the UK there was it was like an educational thing. You know, I don't know if this was a thing in the States, but every so many weeks they'd pull out a TV in class and put a video in, and there'd be an educational video about something, but then some of them were with stop start animation. Like it was
Oh, yeah.
creepy as hell. I didn't like it. It was freaked me out. I couldn't watch those. So Becky from
See, in a-
AGG is saying that this is false.
Yeah, I'm trying to think how that could be. Is it that Spooky Village isn't the name of the correct name?
Maybe.
Because he definitely says, and I, Jack, the Pumpkin King. But maybe it's not Spooky Village.
What's the village called? Oh, and then the next
mean-
question. It's known as the Pumpkin King of what, Becky? We're relying on you here.
So it could be that it's not Spooky Village. So are we saying false on the last one then? 'Cause
I
we
think
it's
so.
not
I'm
Spooky
going
Village?
with Becky. I trust
Okay.
her on this.
We'll write down false. All right. So then
Is
what
it
would it be?
Halloween
Yeah, 'cause
Town?
that's what I thought, right?
I've only watched this once because maybe twice. It's not Spooky Village. Is
yeah.
it Halloween Town, AGG?
Man, AGG's got a good eye for detail because
Hasn't
that's why she was
she?
saying false. And we were like, yeah, because it's Pumpkin King.
We were so confident.
Yeah. But I think you're right. I
False
think it's got to be Halloween
confidence.
Town, right?
I think so.
I don't know what 4 is. The question 4 just says Halloween Town, which is weird. Maybe we'll have to hit Control-0 and see if that fixes it. Maybe it's hiding something.
Control-0.
Yeah, just zoom way out with Control-0.
No.
It just says Halloween Town. What the heck is number 4? That's Maybe it has more information in the slide. Hit Control Plus a few times again to make it big again.
Just, do you know on the left-hand side here,
Uh-huh.
it says play solo, host live, assign. But we're
Oh,
playing solo. It's highlighted in blue. Should we
cool.
click
Try to
on
click
it?
on play solo. Maybe it gives us like an
Play and
interactive thing.
practice
I don't
this
know.
Kahoot at your own pace. Should we try it? Let's see.
Yeah, click it. See what happens. We got to learn how to use this Kahoot site. I don't
We
even know.
do, we do, but this is taking us
Oh.
somewhere ridiculous.
Choose a mode for this Kahoot. Classic, treasure trove, chill art. What the?
What on earth is this crap?
hit practice. I don't know.
Jack is saying the king of Pasta Town.
Oh, Pasta Town.
Pasta Town. Oh, look at this. It's given us options. It's like
okay.
Let's go with this.
There we go.
Sure.
Okay, so yeah,
we've done Jack Skellington, yeah? We said this?
Yeah, hit it. And this way I don't even have to take notes.
Oh, look at us. We were doing so well. And
why does it look like a phone? That's weird.
Because we've got, maybe it's supposed to be for, I don't know. People can see it though, right? It's big enough.
Yeah, it looks good. And now we know this one's false because AGG made us realize we had to pay attention to the whole question, not just the first part.
Jack Skellington is known as the Pumpkin King of...
Okay, here we go.
WN.
What the
Ween.
heck?
Two Hall. What? Oh, drag the titles to arrange them in order.
What?
We're so stupid.
That is weird.
How?
I think it's a ween hal tuwen. I'm like,
maybe it's French.
there you go.
Oh, right. We got that
And then
one.
you have to submit.
Yay.
Oh,
okay.
Well, that was
that's
weird.
why this is slide 4, because it's like Halloween Town. Jack
Gotcha.
Skellington. Yeah, we've got it. Oh my God.
Yeah, this makes a lot more sense. It
The
doesn't let you
blind
peek
leading the
ahead.
blind, right?
Yeah. I've never used Kahoot before. The only reason I
No.
grabbed this one is because it looked like it had so many quizzes.
Jack has a loyal ghostly dog with a glowing pumpkin nose. What is his name? Zero? Oogie. It's not Oogie because that's Oogie Boogie, isn't it? Sparky? Spooky.
Mm-hmm.
I would say
Now,
spooky.
this one,
Zero.
it's between two for
AGG.
me. I was thinking Zero as well, but my only confusion was whether or not that was the Corpse Bride one, because maybe I was mixing that up because they have a very similar character in Corpse Bride.
I think
But Zero was the one that popped out to me too.
we're doubling down on that, yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
We've got Becky on board.
I'm curious what these symbols are about. Like, is there a controller you can get to like play this with like PlayStation controls sort of thing?
Maybe. What song does Jack Skellington sing when he discovers Christown? What's this? Da, 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 da. Is that what it's called? Faceless has Jack and Zero on his bicep. Oh, well, we know we've got the right person to discuss this.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, Becky's.
Yeah. Because like there is a Making Christmas, but that's later. That's the Making Christmas, right? And Jack's Lament is also one, but it's not this. It's when he's like, I don't know. He's like, there has to be something more, right? I can't remember. I like Who's This though. They're just like, we're trying to change a word.
After stumbling into Christmas Town, Jack becomes fascinated with Christmas and tries to bring the holiday to Halloween Town, become the mayor of Christmas Town, expand the size of Halloween Town, convert Halloween Town to Easter Town.
Is there another option of traumatize young children? Because I think
traumatize young adults as it goes would be.
Well, no, because like he delivers all the like severed heads and stuff to children, right?
Yeah.
Like...
That upset me, and I only watched it about 5 years ago for the first time. Don't scream at me, Becky.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's that's how much the animation of it, but the Tim Burton stuff freaks me out.
My kids like this one. This is another one that we watch almost every year. Like they want to watch it, but they tend to watch it more for Christmas than for Halloween.
Yeah, sure. I get that.
Yeah.
Right. Jack Knight has said he's never watched this. Jack, it is quite good if you can deal with stops. It doesn't even look like Stop Start, does it? It's very well animated. It's a very, very good film actually for somebody who doesn't like things that creep them out. Like this is the level of creepy that I can cope with just about, I think.
Yeah.
So I think it's red. Becky says bring holiday to Halloween Town. Okay.
Red triangle A1. I'll list all the options. Oh, top left, northwest. There we go. Did I cover all the bases?
Dr. Finkelstein is the mad scientist who creates Sally. I don't know.
Is his name Finkelstein? I'm trying to remember what his name is. Like, I honestly can't remember his name.
No, I can't either.
Hmm. Okay, Angry Gamer Girl says true. She would know. Yeah, I don't even remember them saying his name.
What is Oogie? We've had this already. We had this in the last
Yeah.
one. Oogie
There's
Boogie
definitely
Man
going to
is
be
made of
repeats just
bugs.
because, there's only so much Disney trivia to go around. But at
Sure.
least we get a new image with this one.
The mischievous
Whoa.
trio carry out Jack's plan to
Whoa.
kidnap Santa Claus. What are their names? I do not know.
Oh, it's definitely Shock, Lock, and Barrel, I think, right? But it could
We'll
be
wait.
Shook, but I think it's Shock, Lock, and I think it's because it's like Stock, Lock, and Barrel.
Yeah,
So that's
sure.
my,
Yep.
yeah.
AGG. Why is this not letting me submit? Boom. Sally, who has
Perfecto. Sorry.
premonition, is that it? Premonition?
Premonition.
Premonition, for fuck's sake. I know this word. I was reading it like it was a town or something in the film.
Gotcha.
I'm like,
Yeah, yeah.
what? Premonition of disaster tries to warn Jack about his Christmas plan, and he listens to her. It's false, is it not? Is
Let's
that not the
see.
premise of it?
Tries to warn Jack about his Christmas plans, and he listens to her. Yeah, he doesn't listen to her. Yeah. I mean, she's a woman. Of course he's not going to listen. That's
No.
the way 90s movies went.
It's the way our streams go as well, apparently.
What? Sorry, I wasn't
Carefully
listening.
false. What? What did you say? Okay. Who does Jack Skellington impersonate on Christmas Eve? Type your answer here.
Oh, now the
Cynic
question is, which
placebo.
region do you need to type it in? Right? Like, should we go Chris Kingle? Should we go Sinterklaas? Should we go Saint Nick? Should we go?
Should we try Saint Nick and it recognises it? Should we just say
I'm sure it won't, but let's go for
Saint
it.
Nick?
Let's see.
Shall I put Jolly Saint Nick?
Oh, it could be.
Oh,
We could-
Sandy Claus. Oh,
We could
AGG,
go,
I think you're right.
Oh, you're probably right.
Sandy Claus.
And then we've got like the Goofy movie, right? Oh, it's Santa Claus.
Incorrect. It's got to be Santa Claus.
Aw.
God damn it. I think you were right with that, AGG. Drag to move the image and drop the pin. Who is the mayor? Place the pin. I'm guessing
Oh, I know this one.
move the image to place the pin.
Oh, weird. That's trippy.
That's so strange. You would have thought it was move the.
Oh.
Oh, right. Hang on.
But here's the question: is he the mayor, or is just one of his faces the mayor, and is
Oh,
the
yeah.
other face like I don't know, the undersecretary or something?
Right, we're going with this random way of. Why can't you just move the pin?
That is weird.
So strange. So strange. Okay, bonus. Do you think Tim Burton's A Nightmare Before Christmas Halloween is a Christmas Before Christmas is a Halloween or a Christmas movie? I think
Well,
this goes
I
either
would-
way.
I've told you that my kids watch it almost
Yeah.
every year, but almost every year they watch it for Christmas,
Mhm.
not Halloween.
Mhm.
So my leaning would be Christmas, but let's see what chat says because this is subjective.
Very, very.
Call me out, at me, fight me.
Come on, tell us. Tell us. Oh, I'm just very glad where I'm sat tonight. Someone was getting changed in the house opposite with their lights on and the curtains not drawn. It's just not a pretty
Oh.
sight. They've
Okay.
switched their lights off now, so it's all good. I'm not distracted anymore.
See, I live in the middle of nowhere, so like if you look out my windows, you can't even see any man-made structures other than the old dilapidated barn in my backyard.
Mhm.
And so I'll frequently I'll just have all the windows and stuff open. Like I don't even think about it. I'm changing stuff. But recently my wife has befriended this neighbor that likes to come over and do
Oh.
some work down by the barn where he's
Right.
like harvesting some old barn wood and stuff.
Okay.
And so like I'll be changing and then suddenly I'll look out there and realize he's down there. I'm like, oh, whoops, close the curtain.
I've never been, because my gaming room is now at the back of my house, as you know, if you've watched my channel for a while. It's like it is in the back now. I've got my setup here. Thanks mainly to you, actually, Cynic, helping me choose the different things I need to set my gaming room up in terms of my PC and what I can stream with. But yeah, I've never sat here with the blind open looking out, and yeah, that was not a nice treat either. Not gonna lie, not
You
pleasant.
got to get some hotter neighbors.
Yes, Apparently so. Um, so AGG says Halloween in her opinion. And I feel like, I don't know, we need somebody. We've got 9 people in chat, right? We have a decision of, we just need somebody to pick red or blue for us, or Halloween or Christmas. Because I don't want to do the tiebreaker on this. Lenny,
Oh,
the dog
just
is
know that
here.
whoever breaks this tie will be hated by either me or AGG.
Oh,
Like
do you-
this is, this is a deal breaker, friendship ending moment. I mean, I don't think I can stream with an angry gamer girl anymore.
I think it's either, I think it's a trick question.
Yeah, for sure.
When was it released?
I mean, it could go either way. It was released, I believe it was released for Halloween. And that's probably what's influencing my opinion is because, again, I saw it like right after it was released. And so I was thinking Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. It was advertised so Halloween-y. And then it wasn't that scary. It wasn't that dark. It was mostly light and airy and for kids. And so that's why for me, it was like, oh, this failed to be a Halloween movie. It can only be a Christmas movie.
Becky says it's not that deep for her. Well, it's deep for Cynic.
No, you gotta play it up.
Let's go. Are we going Halloween then? Let's go Halloween.
It's up to you. Break the tie, Tess.
Thanks. Tell us. It's just subjective.
I can't believe you've done this. You've defied me, Tess.
Wow. Wow. I was just getting into character. When in Takes Two, the default is to argue with you. And
that is a good point.
Normally with American men, I argue with them apparently. Specifically one, but... Are you sure I want to exit the game? Yes, let's exit. Shall we have a little look? How do I get out of this now? Escape,
maybe just hit the back button, or you could click on the link again, the Kahoot link, and I've got that in Discord.
Oh yeah, that will work. So we want to go, right, let's do that. Kahoot. Yes, we want to visit the site. Thank you very much. Okay.
Yeah, Discord definitely is worried about us having dangerous links in there.
But
yeah,
you
thanks,
know what?
Becky, and we appreciate you being here and helping us with the answers.
Massively, massively, because we'd be really stuck. We'd be like, what's going on?
This was kind of an experiment of a format, right? We wanted just to see if we could do something where we just hung out with chat and kind of, shoot the breeze with chat. And so it's been fun.
Yeah. Should we have a look and see? Let's just see. I want to get out of... it's F for F, and I need to press, isn't it? That's what I'm looking for. Hello.
Good job.
Shall we have a look? Which do we want to do? So there's another couple. So there's a Disney Halloween quiz. Not sure how this
one
looks.
is kind of animated, I know. Like
is it?
Like things move around a little bit and stuff. And so this one's maybe more polished than some of the others.
Should we try
But it also looks like it's newer because I don't know anything about Coco. So I say we can go for it. Just make sure if you do, you hit the full screen icon at the bottom right of the...
Sure. Yeah. Right, let's start it first and then full screen. Yep. Can you hear the sound?
I've got my stream muted. Sorry. I'm going to click it.
Becky, can we hear the sound?
I can. It is pretty quiet, though. All right.
Jack said, great game room, by the way. Loved the setup videos, especially the struggles. Yeah. I always struggle with stuff. Let me just try put my desktop audio up a little bit. It'll make Cynic a little bit louder as well, but that's not a problem because I don't think you're quite as loud as me.
I'll just be a little quieter.
What is the name?
Yeah, no, the game room setup was good, and especially anybody that's put together a chair or a desk or something can totally relate to how terrible those instructions are and how long it takes to be like, did I do this right or not? Well, I guess I'll sit on it and find out.
Yeah, I think it's been one of those. I'm still not finished. I've still not found my bloody spirit level. So I need to put my pictures up. And I've moved my Lego around recently, and I keep getting more things. I've got a really exciting pickup actually that I'm going to do a video on soon. A real quite rare one on the Master System. That the guy who I go to game on in Stoke-on-Trent, he has given it to me for the price he bought it for like a year ago, and it's gone up substantially since then. So I'm just like, yeah, I'll have it. Yeah. Oh, Robo Boys, I've been worried about you. I've not seen you for like a week. I've been concerned. I have been concerned. I was actually, if you hadn't shown up in the stream, I was going to ask the boys if they'd seen you because I was worried.
He does have school. He's like busy. You know this, right?
I know, but you know what I'm like? I worry. I'm a weriter, and that's not a word you will know in the States, right?
I'm not familiar with that one, no.
Werrit. It's to worry. It's a British,
Ah,
and it's not even a British one. I think it's a northern, like local to Werrit. You worry about things.
gotcha.
Robo Boys is struggling to upload a video, but it won't damn upload.
Hmm.
Maybe we can help you with that. And when I say we, I mean cynic, because I'm totally
Yeah,
useless.
I'll have to get some info from you. Maybe
Cool.
I don't know, like comment on one of my community tabs or something,
Hmm.
community posts, and I'll give you some tech support there. The community tab doesn't get used as much, so it's easy to do it there.
So
Or
Jack
wait, no,
is
you friended me on Twitter. Yeah, just send me a message on Twitter. That'll
so
try to help you
Jack
out.
90 has put Coco is a great film, but I can't remember the town. I'd go for see maybe. I
Let's see, Santa
never
Cruz,
saw
Santa
this.
Cecilia, Santa Maria, Santa Pedro. Well, it's not going to be Santa Pedro. That's definitely wrong
Okay.
because Santa doesn't go with Pedro. San goes with Pedro. So
I
I
love that
can
you
rule
know
out
these
D.
things. Oh,
Just because
Robo
I speak
Boys.
Spanish and that doesn't
Robo
make sense.
Boys loves this. So which is
Oh,
it?
good timing, Robo
Hank.
Boys.
Come on,
Yeah,
tell
what
us.
is this town? A
It's
Santa Cruz.
A.
Okay, nice.
Okay. Right. We've got an A and a B. Does someone want to do a tie break? We'll give you
I
5 seconds.
even featured Santa Cruz in my Phasmophobia video recently, as I sang a
Really?
horrible parody of the Omen music.
So we've got A or C. Nobody's standing up, so we'll go with Slow Hank this
Um,
time, which is Robo
he's
Boys.
bound to know better. Yeah, he's at least says he's watched it. I watch this movie every
Robo
day.
Boys. It was B.
Oh, Robo Boys.
Wasn't right anyway. What kind of what kind of animal does Belle's father? I know this. I know this.
Yeah.
I know this one.
I mean, this is early '90s, so this is like
Yeah.
totally our Disney area. This
Yeah.
like movie was made for us. This is another cool story. I got to see this before it released in theater
Really? I'm
because
so
I
jealous.
lived in Los Angeles. So Los Angeles is like just on the north side of Hollywood, basically. And our school got picked as like a beta tester school. And so they showed it to us like it was like 2 full months before the movie released. And there might have even been a section that had like the art wasn't done yet, and they were like, it
No
was more like
way.
sketched or something like that. And then they just like gauged our reactions, and of course we all loved
I
it. And
tell you
so yeah, it
something.
went over really well.
I'm going to Disney in a month or so. Not even a month. It's less
Oh,
than a
I'm
month.
jealous. I've never been to Disney World. It
I've
sounds
never
awesome.
ever been. I've never even been to the States before, so I'm very, very excited about it. But if they don't pick me to like see a movie before it's released, I'm going to be very disappointed now.
Well, I don't think they usually do that, right? But this was in the '90s. There was no internet. It was hard to get like focus groups and stuff. But they were just like, let's get a bunch of kids at like a local school to watch it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah,
AGG's just put neither. I'm guessing for the last one. I thought I got this on low latency, so I'm hoping that we're getting people's
yeah.
responses.
So if anybody's feels like you're behind, go to the settings on YouTube and choose the playback speed and click 2x for a while and let it catch up. It'll automatically go back to normal speed once you catch up. But if the audio starts like glitching and crackling, then that means you're stuck on 2x speed and you need to click on normal again. But that's a good way to catch back up so that you're right at the most live moment.
You are the best tech support in the world. Like, you are so good at this stuff, Cynic. Oh, did you hear the lightning then? There's thunder then. Thunder and lightning. I don't know if anyone heard that.
Oh.
Just in my head.
Again, I've got mine on mute, so I don't hear you. So it probably played.
So, Hank is saying my mum took me to this Dollar General. We got off-brand pop sodas. Oh, do you know what? Me and Cynic have had this discussion earlier. We didn't get to go to the cinema very young because we didn't have money in our families. It's pants,
Yeah.
isn't it? But
I
it is what it is. It makes you a better person, I think, when you grow up. Growing up with no money is not a bad thing.
Well, you definitely like appreciate it more, right? Because like, so like when they did this in our school, I remember a bunch of kids were like upset because we all just like had to sit on the floor in the cafeteria, which is just like, hard linoleum, like hard tile, right? So we all just were sitting there. It was just, one of the overhead projectors playing the film. So it wasn't like, amazing quality. And a lot of kids were like complaining, like, I don't want to do this. I'm like, are you kidding me? We're getting to see a movie on a big screen that hasn't even come out yet. Like I was just, to be British, chuffed to bits.
Aw, chuffed. Do you know what though? That word has taken a bit of a dirty tone of late. It means something
Oh,
different
really?
now. Uh-huh.
All right.
I'll explain off stream. I'm trying to be good because
Okay.
we're on a Disney stream. Um, but oh, AGG, that's so sweet. Bless you.
Yeah, thanks.
We try. I
And we
try.
did discuss a little bit, like
We
we wanted to
did.
just kind of do it like a radio show almost, since
Yeah.
Blonde Logic, actually, some of you might not know, she's a freaking celebrity. She was a radio
Oh,
star. So
celebrity. I used to do local radio, like local radio, very local. And yeah, I used to have. So do you want to know the names of the shows? A couple of them that I used to present. So my first ever show on the Cat, which, because we're in Cheshire, so the Cheshire Cat. That was my first show, was called 2 Hours with Tess, which I came up with myself. How creative. And the better one was one that was called the Saturday Hangover. So at 10 a.m. every Saturday.
nice.
So me and a guy who used to own a local club, we'd come and just chat on a Saturday morning, hungover, like literally lived up to the name of it. And then me and my a lady, Jen, who I met, who's a bit younger than me, actually, I say lady. She's a lady now. But we used to just sit and talk nonsense for 2 hours and play music, and I loved it. Absolutely loved it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you might not think that 2 Hours with Tess is that creative, but you forget that like one of the most popular news things in America is called 60 Minutes. And then we also have
Really?
another one called The Morning Show. And
Okay.
we have like I think one's called Today. Or like so 2 Hours with Tess at least has some creativity to it rather than like Today.
Oh, Jack Knight is putting Saturday Hangover with Tess and Piers Morgan. No, thank you. That man, I would punch him. But do you know what? That's another thing, actually. I work quite well with somebody who I have very differing opinions to. So there was a guy, I had another show later, so the last few years when I was doing my radio show, with a guy called David. It was called A Tad Different, as in Tess and Dave. Tad Different. And he was very conservative, very not very right wing, but he was a Tory if you're in the UK, conservative. I'm quite left wing, a Labour voter, and the things and the opinions we'd clash on quite regularly, and it makes for interesting content. So we'd have people calling in and having discussions. It was good fun.
Well, that's why I think you're dead wrong about not going on Piers Morgan. If Piers Morgan invites you on and you're going to punch him in the head, go on. That's going to be
That'd be
viral. I
all
would watch
over
that
TikTok,
every day.
right?
I'd be like my screensaver. You punching Piers Morgan in the head? Damn.
I do not like that man. Even if he says something I agree with him, like I don't agree with you.
Well, sure. My problem with him is just that he's one of those people that's so stupid that I'm like, how are you famous and rich when you're so bad at everything?
Can't stand him.
Makes me mad.
Cannot stand him. Anyway, shall we go back to the question? We've digressed.
Yeah.
But thank you. I appreciate the compliments, Becky. You're such a
Well, the
sweetheart.
answer is Piers Morgan. I mean, Wolf.
Wolf.
Sorry.
If it's not Wolf, we've got a problem. Yay!
You don't think it's the special edition where a puma comes out after Belle's father?
Or Pumbaa and Timon, maybe.
All right, so this question is slightly different. Last time we saw that it was Winifred, Mary, and Sarah, but what are their last names?
We did mention it if you were tuned in earlier.
That's true, I did say it, yeah.
I always wanted to be who's the one on the left on this picture? I was like, I want
Sarah.
to be her. I wanted to be
Sarah Jessica Parker. She didn't even change her name.
No. I so wanted to be her. Hence
It's
the blonde
firm.
hair.
It's firm as stone.
I've got the blonde hair and the red lips. I just don't do the eyeliner the same. I've got the nails, actually.
Well, you don't have the horse face, so it can't work.
Thank you, Cynic. I appreciate that.
Have you ever seen that website? It's just called sarahjessicaparkerisahorse.com, I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
Poor lady. It's so mean. She's a pretty lady. I have no problems.
I hate
But yeah.
stuff like that. Do you know what? In the 90s and early 2000s, it was always about body image, wasn't it? Everything was about body image. Everything. And it's not, I don't know. And I used to be fully bought into it. I was a Cosmo girl. I used to read my Cosmopolitan magazine alongside Sonic the Comic. I was a very strange person. I still am. But yeah, you just get bought into that whole body shaming thing. And when you're like, do you know what? That woman's done a million times better than most of us will do in our lifetime. So.
Well, and it's so weird, too, to be like horse face. It's like, okay, so horse, the creatures that are often described as majestic and beautiful. And that's the insult. Okay, well, I'll take it. It's better than being like blobfish face.
Yes, correct. Or looking like a foot, as I quite like to say. So
Yeah.
let's have a look in chat. We've got Jack 90 saying A, which I believe is the correct answer, just because Cynic said it earlier. You've ruined it, Cynic.
Well, and if he's got 90 in his name, then he's also like the prime age to have watched this show.
Sure.
So he's trustworthy.
Yes.
He's a 90s baby.
We're gonna go.
Once you get into the thousands, it gets a little sketchy. Sorry,
Yeah,
Hank.
yeah,
but
Yeah. Oh, I'm going to ask Jack a question, and I may have asked it in another stream before. Maybe not, because you've actually got your year of birth in your title, I'm guessing. So, what do you call Dr. Robotnik? Do you call him Dr. Robotnik, or do you call him Eggman? I'm just curious, because I think there's a cut-off point, and I think in my mind I've figured out when it was, but I might be wrong.
or like me, do you call him that one weird character Jim Carrey plays?
No, you do not, Cynic. Do not call him that. He's yeah, I know what I call him. It's Robotnik, hands down, all the time. There's a backstory and everything. Right, shall we go? Ursula the Sea Witch has 8 tentacles and twice as many tricks up her sleeve. Which of these wicked spells does she not cast in The Little Mermaid? Creating multiple clones of herself, shape-shifting, stealing a voice, growing in size.
I mean, if anybody's seen this one's pretty easy. So if you get this wrong, I'm gonna lose a little bit of respect for you.
Jack's just ruined this for me. Jack was born in 90 and calls him Eggman. I thought the cutoff was like, I had in my head 10 years later. Well, Jack, come on.
But I always called him Eggman, not Robotnik.
Why? Why?
I think it's an American British thing.
Honestly, if I had a webcam, I'm literally gesturing my hands with it, going, "Why?" Like an Italian person.
Now again, I wasn't a Sega kid, so like my knowledge of it was very, very limited. But when I heard people talk about him, they usually said Eggman, and then sometimes they would say Dr. Robotnik.
They took the Japanese. So he had his Egg-O-Matic, he had his Death Egg. Everything was egg this, egg that, but he was always Dr. Robotnik. It just does my head in, because the whole backstory is his name used to be Dr. Contaibor until he got into like some sort of, it was a laboratory experiment, or it was his granddad who did, and then the name flipped completely. So it did the letters were like the opposite way round. So Robotnik. Just gibbering. Thank you, Slow Hank, Rubber Boys, for stopping by. We might be on for a little bit. We're not sure. We'll see how we crack on. And hey, Boogeyman, are you any good at Disney trivia? We're already talking about Sonic as you entered the room. Isn't that a bit freaky? Need any help with the Eggman discussion? Please, Boogeyman, tell me what year you were born and tell me what you called him, please. But we're going with A, because AGG says it's A as well. That's what I thought, Cynic. Are you with me on that one?
100%. 100%.
They've all been A so far. Just saying.
Uh-oh. Well, then have perfect timing for it to switch right now.
The Nightmare Before Christmas. What spell does Sally cast to try and stop Jack from delivering Christmas toys? Lightning, hiccups, sleep, fog. I do not know.
You know, I'm iffy on this one. I think I know the answer. Well, I'd say I'm like 95% confident, because I remember the scenario. I'm just not 100% sure that it was Sally that did the scenario I'm remembering, but I think it was.
Which did you say? Sorry, Cynic. I was reading chat.
I didn't actually answer yet. I was letting people weigh in. I would say that I'm like 95% confident.
Becky says
I am agreeing with Becky, because it has the parallel to Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, right? Mm-hmm. And so Zero has a shiny nose and needs to guide the sleigh through the fog.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just catching up with chat. Jack says, by the reaction to my comment, I know how David felt on air. Yes, that's exactly what it was. And my thing to him, so it was always, at least once a week I'd go, he'd say something, I'd be like, oh, David. And I'd say it all the time. And I do that I do it with Frank now. I don't even know if you've noticed that, Cynic. Like, oh, Frank.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even realise until I listened to something the other day. I was like, oh, sugar, that's what I say. I've carried it over.
I do think that there's a phrase you should start practicing.
Okay.
And because it'll help you avoid swearing in your stream.
Okay.
And which will help with the YouTube algorithm. So I think you need to start saying, for Frank's sake.
Yes. I like that. Or I could say, for Francis's sake.
There you go.
Which Frank sounds better, doesn't it? We'll do that. Oh, goodness. Right. So AGG says D. And Boogeyman is backing up my original comment and saying I
You
have
know?
Sonic manuals. It states Robotnik in each.
Well, if there's anybody I'm going to trust, it's Boogeyman.
Right.
So,
Right. I picked up a game on the Master System this week. And do you know what? I don't even need to look in the manual because the title of it has his name in it. Bean Machine. I'll show it all. I'll show you the whole
Sure,
game.
sure.
I'm so excited to show you because I can't believe I've actually got a copy of it. So excited. Anyway, let's go back to Nightmare Before Christmas, and it was fog, right? We're going with
let's fog it up. Yeah, that's why Zero had to guide the
Ooh.
sleigh.
Boom. Are they all going to be D from now on?
Maybe.
What is the? I've never seen the Frog and the Princess. The Princess and the
You know,
Frog.
I haven't either. So let's see what it says. Dr. Facilier, the villainous witch doctor of The Princess and the Frog, gets his supernatural comeuppance when he is transformed into a frog himself. Well, let's see. It's got to be something like that, right? Because it's going to
Disney
be
all over, yeah.
poetic justice. But I'm going to guess it's not a frog because it's going to be like, well, you don't want to be because the protagonists are frogs, right? So you're going to want him to get turned into something that's less desirable than that, right? So he's going to get
Yeah.
turned into like, I don't know, a toad or a turtle or a
Sure.
blobfish or a crayfish that gets fished up, eaten, and thrown in a gumbo.
I don't even know where that came from. Just like,
Well, so
let's have
the
a
only part of
crazy-
this movie I've seen is the clip where the daughter is making gumbo and about to feed it to her father, but
Oh.
then doesn't because it doesn't have hot sauce in it. And he's like, I'm about to put it in my mouth. You sure it's ready? And she's like, oh, no, wait. And then she puts the hot sauce in and then he tries it.
Okay, that all sounds
So that's
really rude.
gumbo is all I know about this movie.
Are we going with true or false? I feel like
I don't
it's
know.
true.
I say we got to defer to chat.
you
He's
say
clearly going to get
false.
transformed into something,
Yeah.
but the question is whether or not it's a frog or not. Well, but I don't look at that belly. That belly with those arms. Yeah, and that mouth. That's totally frog. You're right. Look at
Okay,
that. Because you could just see how that's going to turn into a frog, right?
It's 50-50 if we were on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Hey, Oliver.
Oliver's here. They'll know.
Oliver, answer this question for us because me and Cynic are having a bit of a debate. How do we think we say this guy's name? Dr.
I said
Facilier?
Facilier,
Yay,
but
that's
I
what
don't
I
know
said.
French, so
The villainous witch doctor of The Princess and the Frog gets his supernatural comeuppance when he's transformed into a frog himself. True or false? They are hard boogeyman, but these are like
Yeah.
modern Disney. This is we're struggling. Come to 2000, cut it off, and I'm just like, yeah, I don't know.
All right, Oliver, just make a guess then, and we're
A
going
or
with
B?
you. And if you're right or wrong, this will determine your level of praise or shame. So guess well.
Oh, here we go. Jack says he gets turned into an egg and is forever cursed with people calling him Dr. Robotnik or Eggman.
Bravo.
Okay.
You win a
I-
trophy. Let me.
I'm gonna just.
There's your hilarity trophy.
I'm gonna guess B. You can't get
All
mad
right.
if I'm wrong. Sure.
Can I get mad if you're
Yay!
right?
You got right. Well done.
Oh, how dare you get that one right? I'm mad now.
So angry
Well
right
done,
now.
Oliver. Well done, Oliver.
Oh, yeah, very well done. Thank you. We were stuck. Oh, I hope Becky's still here. In The Nightmare Before Christmas, what is the Oogie Boogie? We've had this question in
Third time's
every
the charm.
game. Is it
They really
gold?
want us to get it wrong, but
They-
I will say C is kind of swaying me. I'm liking
Yeah.
C.
I want your potatoes, and that's what I'm hanging over. But there's new people to the chat. So
Hmm?
Boogeyman wasn't here. Oliver wasn't here. Is Oogie Boogie Man full of wind, oats, haunted potatoes, or insects?
Wind. I didn't even read that answer. He's full of wind. That's great. Well done, quiz writers.
Oh gosh.
I mean, I could see Oates. Oates is clever too because he is in a burlap sack, but
Like he's going to be feeding a horse, yeah? I haven't
so for those of you that don't know this one, think about the ending scene if you've seen the movie where he gets destroyed, right? So Jack Skellington catches onto a thread from his burlap sack and pulls it all loose and reveals the insects, which then scatter, causing Oogie Boogie's death. And they like fall into the goo below, but you know. So insects it is. We've had this one a
Yeah,
few
we
times, so
have
it's not
had this
exactly a
one.
spoiler.
Oliver's saying he hasn't watched it in like 3 years. Well, I only saw it for the first time about 5 or 6 years ago, I think. Boogeyman says he's full of gas, and yes, I ate 4 dozen eggs. Perfect.
Yep, that does cause a little bit of gas.
Insects. We know this one.
That's why I limit
Okay.
myself to 3.5 dozen eggs every morning.
What's this terrifying Toy Story film called? I've not seen this.
Oh, okay. I know what they're going for. I haven't seen it either, but I isn't this it's like a film inside of the other film? Oh no, I'm thinking about the video game inside of the other film.
I do not know.
Okay. So I don't know this one. So there must have been like a spin-off
Perhaps.
Halloween special?
I'm guessing so. Toy Story of Horror, Toy Story of Terror, Toy Story of Total Fear, Toy Story of Mild Scares.
You know, I was going to go with B for the alliteration, but I think my vote is actually D because Disney was like, we have to make it clear that we
Yeah.
want kids to watch this. But
Yeah.
Jack has some info.
Oh, Jack says, I think it's B. It was a short film special. Must be Pixar
I guess
short. I'm not.
that could make sense because Pixar would be like, people know we're not going to actually terrify their children, right? They trust us. So yeah, that makes sense.
I don't know. Do you know what? The first Toy Story, can I tell you, one of the scariest things in any Disney or Pixar film is that thing with the doll's head on it. Yeah, that crawls across. I can even do the
Oh
sound.
yeah.
I've got the nails.
Oh yeah.
Can you
It's
hear that?
terribly scary. Yeah, yeah. It's a little quiet,
Scares,
but yeah, I hear
yeah, but scares the hell out of me. I can do it on the microphone, but it won't sound the same.
it.
Or maybe the microphone stand. It's like that, isn't it?
Yeah, that kind of works.
Creeping across the floor. Do not like.
Yeah.
Do
So
not like.
Oliver says Disney is mid, which is very controversial. But I will admit that Disney is of inconsistent quality depending on what management has been in charge of it, right? So we actually were in that weird transition period where they were still trying to be good, but Bob Iger was really actively pushing them towards cost cutting and just cranking stuff out and being a lot more garbage. And then the new CEO that came in was even worse. And now they've gone back to Bob Iger. But I will say that Bob Iger learned from his mistakes. And so I feel like Disney is getting better. But yes, for a while they've been pretty iffy in my opinion.
I don't know who manages Disney. The only thing that I know is that like the films were on the 3 year like cycle. So if you look at especially through the 80s and 90s, it's every 3 years you have a slightly different animation style because it took about 3 years to develop and produce a film, right?
Yeah.
So there's certain film like one of my favorite Disney sort of styles was Hercules. I love the way
that
that
was
that's
fantastic.
animated. And the most, and I bet Becky agrees with me on this one, AGG, the most underrated Disney princess of all time because she doesn't call herself a princess, which I'm all for,
Sure.
was Meg.
Yeah.
Meg was awesome. She's awesome. She's one of my favorite. She is my favorite, and I'm using air commas here. Disney princess, amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I knew Becky would
A lot of
appreciate
people
that.
really liked Meg. My only problem with Meg was that I did feel like she was written by men that wanted to just put her in a trope sometimes, and she would do
Yeah.
like some dumb things that didn't make the most sense.
Perhaps.
But again, I just felt like that was poor writing.
So well animated though, and that's one of my favorite
Yeah.
songs. Is when she realizes she's fallen in love with Hercules. Oh my god, I actually love that song so much. Oh my god! Right, let's get back to Toy Story. What are we going for, chat? What do we think?
Well, so B was voted in chat, and I think that sounds right, and it's got the
Does.
most like alliteration. So I don't know.
go.
That sounds right to me.
Yay! I could have gone with D though, easily.
Yeah, I could see like an executive making that choice, be like, we need to make this clear.
Right.
Oh, we know this one.
We
This is a
do.
lot easier set to choose from too.
We do. However, people in chat might not know because some have joined a little bit later. So, what is Maleficent's pet raven called? Damon, Dave, Diablo, or Darius?
Can we just talk for a minute about how that raven's eyeball is like looking into my soul and saying, "There's nothing there."
Is this a raven or a crow?
I think that's.
The beak
I think
says
it's a
raven,
raven.
doesn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Why am I asking this question?
Yeah, Becky is absolutely right. Those are some eyes that know crap.
Oh, dear.
Nevermore means nevermore for anyone.
Right. For those who weren't here,
So-
have a guess. B, Dave.
Yeah,
Yes,
Becky
Oliver.
does it
That's a
now.
really good answer, but I don't think it's right. I think we've eliminated Dave. It's a great answer, though. If I had a raven, I'd call him Dave.
That would be a good
like
name.
my co-host. But he was never Dave. Like he insisted that it was called David because Dave was too common, being a conservative.
Oh, I
Yep.
see. Too common. Don't want to be common.
Did I tell you I bumped into him recently
No.
at there was a food festival. There's a food festival in the town when I grew up and live now, and his wife has she has a cake company, makes really beautiful cakes, and he was serving on her stand and he was like, Tess, I need some presenters, do you want to come back? I'm like, well, I can't, I don't have time, I have a YouTube channel. But genuinely I was like, if I thought I could do it, I would. And
Sure, yeah.
they've got the FM license as well, so it's literally in people's cars and stuff, it's not just tuning online and stuff now, but I'm just
Yeah.
like, yeah, but he'd be fun to come in on one of these actually, if we can think of an entertaining
Yeah.
one to do. He really would. My friend Jen would
Absolutely.
be up for this. Jen lives quite far away now. Is she in Manchester? It's not that far away. It's about 40 miles. But she would. My friend Jen is brilliant at stuff like this. She'd enjoy this. Might have to get her involved.
40 miles, 40 whole miles in the UK. That's like a tenth of the country.
It is.
That's
It's
pretty
a
far.
long way. Long way away. Guys, we've had a vote for Dave, and Cynic and I both know the answer to this, so we've got it in our head. So if
do.
somebody else wants to come in, do the tiebreaker. I can't press Dave, sorry. It's funny as it is, Oliver. The Raven is not called Dave.
Give us a guess, Angry Gamer Girl. We'll go with you. Whatever you think. We'll just pick it, even though we know the answer. That's how much we value your input.
We do. We do, but she might be a little bit behind us, Cynic.
Though I will also say I was wrong. I thought that this one was, what did I think? Mortimer. That's what I thought it was.
I said the other one. What did I say?
All right.
Began with an F.
Angry Gamer Girl goes Diablo. And Boogeyman agrees. So,
Let's go.
click it.
Boom. Yeah, that's correct.
Absolutely right. Not Mortimer like I thought it was in the other one.
Which of these monstrous pets is not featured in Frankenweenie? I don't even know what
Oh,
Frankenweenie is.
goodness gracious.
This looks stop-start animation. It looks like it will upset me.
I don't know if it's actually start or if it's just it's kind of Pixar-y, meant to look like claymation, but it definitely has those vibes.
Creepy.
Let's see.
No
I mean,
idea.
Shelley the turtle. That's got to be for Shelley, who wrote Frankenstein, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever.
I guess so.
Let's see.
Oliver's
I've
scared
never
of the
actually
dog.
seen
I
this
get
one. I know
that.
my kids have.
I get that. I get why the dog would
Let's
scare you.
see. I mean, Persephone the poodle and Whiskers the cat. Those ones sound so
Disney.
boring.
But they sound Disney.
And Monty the parrot. That one's boring too. I don't know. Persephone, I guess, at least has like the parallels to like Greek mythology. So
But
maybe
yeah.
that one's and going to Hades. So that one's maybe a little bit less likely to be not real. So my vote is one of the bottom two. C or D is what I think. But
Because
I'm leaning D.
I feel like this is the one that is a deceptive one because you've got a dog here. But this is clearly not a poodle. This is an English Bull Terrier, if anything, right?
No. But these are just which of these monstrous pests. So this is Frankenweenie, the one you're looking at right now.
So we've got, but maybe it's Persephone the poodle then. What is not?
I don't know.
Not. Monty the
Yeah.
parrot, Shelley the turtle, Whiskers the cat. I don't know.
Well, Oliver, it's a good thing you were born as late as you were, because back in the 1950s, there was no color in the world. They just hadn't invented it yet.
I used to think that. I remember asking my mum. Mum
Oh, yeah?
told me this story that when I was about 5 or 6, I was like, Mum, what happened? Did you wake up and everything was in colour? Like, I genuinely asked her this when I was like 5 or 6 years old, because I thought it was like a thing, right? Oh, so Hank's back.
I think a lot of people got confused because of like that whole scene in The Wizard of Oz where it goes from black and white to color, right?
Mhm.
And so I do think that tricked some kids into thinking like that's what happened in the real world, and that's why they made that part of the movie to like show, oh, this was a thing that happened. I don't know.
I also asked my mum once. No, my brother asked my mum once. What was it like when the dinosaurs were around?
Oh yeah.
Genuinely, we weren't stupid children. We would just ask stupid questions. Well, I can't vouch for my brother. I'm stupid now as an adult. It's like I'm like sort of, what's the word when you're going backwards? Saying I'm not stupid. Digressing.
Regressing?
Is the word. Regressing.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, regressing. So, Roma Boy
Well-
says he doesn't remember seeing a parrot in the movie.
Yeah. I mean, that's as good a reason to
And
pick
do
it
you
as
know what?
not, because
it's this is the problem with Disney. Monty the Parrot could be really Disney or really
Sure.
not Disney in this context. Do you know what I mean? I
Yeah,
don't know the
yeah.
film. Let's go with C. Let's go with C. Because AGG said C as
Well,
well.
and because they would name him Iago, right? As like a callback? Yeah.
Yes. It took us half an hour, but we got 9 out of 10.
Hey, not bad. I didn't think it was going to show us our time.
No,
That's
I didn't
embarrassing.
either.
It's like we were just shooting the breeze.
Oh my god. Should we do one more? And if so, I'm going to run for a very, very quick break if people want to stay around for a little
Yeah.
bit. Are you up for that, Cynic?
Sounds good. I'll take a break as well. I could use the
Okay,
bathroom.
right. We're going to go to my beautiful screen that Cynic designed for me.
Oh, so
and
lovely.
We will be right back. So thank you,
All right.
guys. Chat amongst
Back in a
yourselves. Decide. I haven't even given you options. Just hold that thought. Play some hold music in your head. Hello, everybody. I am back. I think I can hear Cynic coming back as well. Clambering over something. Might just be a squeaky chair, or I might be imagining stuff. Oh. Oh, Becky, that's so sweet of you to say. Thank you. I don't often get called a lovely soul because in my day job I'm an auditor and I'm also a health and safety freak. So people look at me and go, "Oh my god, it's her again. It's the woman with the." I'm the equivalent of like a parking meter attendant in the workplace.
I could see someone calling you a lovely soul, but yeah, it's not going to be the people you audit. That's that would be rough.
My gaming buddies, all the way. And Jack says, "So I can't hear you over the whole music in your head." Oh, Becky says her clients feel the same way. It's one of those. Some people have to do the dirty jobs, right? The dirty jobs. And do you know what? Go on, sir.
Go ahead.
You go first.
Okay.
I'm putting a mouthful
I was just going to say, in this quiz, I'm realizing how few ducks there are, right? Like DuckTales, Darkwing Duck, Scrooge. Like they haven't really been featured,
No.
which is interesting because like they all have Christmas episodes, right? Like there's Once Upon a Christmas and Mickey's Christmas. Like they're featured prominently in those. But then like DuckTales and Darkwing Duck were both darker themes, but they didn't. Did they not ever do like really Halloween-y episodes? I don't know.
I used to love DuckTales. We have had
fantastic.
Donald Duck mentioned once in the Halloween.
In the Lonesome Ghosts?
Yeah.
Is that the one?
That was the one.
Yeah, okay.
Mr. O'Malley's come to say hello. He was all sat cuddled up. Bless him. I do love this cat. Mr. O'Malley's the cat out of the two cats. I've got two tabby cats. He looks like he wants to kill you, and he has a face like he will kill you in your sleep. Bertie has the face of an innocent little kitten that will attack you when you are not looking, though. That's the difference between the two of them. Like, they're just like... But I've got Mr. O'Malley sat one side. I've got Lenny sat the other, who's my Labradoodle, and they just follow me around. It's so cute. I'm never...
I mean, there are other differences. Bertie doesn't have his own theme song.
Mr. O'Malley does.
Yeah.
And that's very Disney
Abraham
related.
DeLacy, Giuseppe Casey, Thomas O'Malley. O'Malley the Alley Cat.
I've told you the story about Mr. O. I might die because it's Disney related, right? So I had been allergic to cats since I was about 12 years old. and I couldn't go near them. I used to come out in hives all over my hands, and my nose would stream, and I'd be sneezing, and it was awful. And about how long have I had you, Mr. O? How old do we think you are? I think I've had him 10 years now, maybe 11 years. I got home one day, and the next door neighbour's cat was sat on the front of their garden. So I was just like, I'm going to give them a fuss, because that's what I do. I can't walk. I used to just walk past animals, go home and wash my hands and stop the sneezing and all that. But I fussed this cat, and then I sat in my living room at home, and it was an hour later, and I was like, oh my God, I'm cured. I've not had an allergic reaction. So we went to the cattery the very next day. I'm not even joking. This is a God's honest truth. We went to the cat rescue the next day, and that night I'd said to my ex, we're going to go to the cattery tomorrow. We're going to go see if I'm allergic to other cats, because it might just be that I'm not allergic to this cat. And we went to the cattery, and we'd watched the Aristocats the night before, and I'm like, if we find a nice little male cat, I'm going to call him Mr. Thomas O'Malley. And anyway, we went there. There were lots of young kittens, but then there was this one who was a little bit older, who turned out to be Mr. O'Malley in the end. And we went and fussed him. He was striking at us, like going, ah, calling for us to go and fuss him. And we decided that we were going to have him. And we looked at the name, and he'd already been called Thomas O'Malley. He'd already been given that name. So it was fate. All of it was fate. So yeah, now he's stuck with us. And he's the loveliest thing. But yeah, I am a crazy cat lady, for those that haven't noticed. Slightly crazy. What we doing?
I don't know. You're more a crazy dog lady, since you spend like hundreds of pounds on your dogs.
I do, but Lenny's old. He's 15 now. He has hydrotherapy every 2 weeks. He has like his injection for his arthritis. But again, it's one of those, I took him on, and you have to look after them, right? It's like having kids, basically, but probably not quite as expensive in the long run, I would say.
Well, it depends. The way you're raising them, maybe. I mean, my kids, I just put out a dish of food in the morning, and in the evening, it's fine.
And a bowl of water.
That's right. No, I make them get their own water. They can do
that. What's going on in chat, Cynic? I'm not keeping up. You need to tell me.
Oh, RoboBoys was just saying he's got jerks for peers.
Yeah,
that happens.
It does happen. It does happen.
But now he's going back into wrestling. Hey, good luck with wrestling, RoboBoys. That's it's not something I ever did. I'm too much of a nerd.
No, I couldn't wrestle either. That's not for me. I didn't do anything that was remotely sporty. I was a geeky girl who played Sonic.
I did a marching band. That's about the most active thing I did.
You and I would have been best friends at school. We really would have. Honestly, it's such a shame we're on different, like, complete opposite sides of the world. We would have been friends. I know we would have.
Well, Angry Gamer Girl and I probably would have like shared a music stand, since we're both clarinet nerds.
Oh, I love that. This is it. This is just a collection of nerds.
There you go.
I love it. And that we're the best people. I'm just saying that. I'm saying it out loud. I know I sound like Trump when I say that. The best kind of people. Yeah.
I mean, I can hang with jocks and stuff, but they have to have some hobbies or something, right? Like if all they like is sports, I'm sorry, that's terribly boring.
Yeah.
But as long as you like other things, as long as you have multiple interests, it's fine. I can hang. I can chill with almost anybody.
It's yeah, I can get along with most people, but I don't know, it's there's certain people you're drawn to, isn't there? There's people who've got a similar sort of interest and background. 100%. Right, let's go back to Disney. This one, right. What's this one, Cynic? So this is another one you dropped in our chat earlier and said about. So Disney, trick or trivia. Okay. Do we need to press anything? It doesn't look like I need to press anything on this like it was on the other one.
I think you do click on the answers that are down below, but yeah, so try F11 and Control Plus a little bit, just because the text is quite small.
Okay, yeah, sure. And I love that you have to keep reminding me of this. I've still got the thing at the top, but never mind. Okay. We've scared up some frightfully fun questions about spooky Disney movies and hair-raising Disney parks attractions. Can we not do this next month when I've been and I know the answers, please?
Oh, well, we'll see. I mean, you got to do your research. This is so that when you go there, you'll know the best attractions.
Sure. We should do that. 100%. I'm going to do that. I'm going to make notes. I've got my notepad. I'm going to write it down. Let's see.
There you go.
So, we've had this. What kind of animal does Belle's father, Maurice, run into whilst lost in the woods?
Oh, yeah, totally a duplicate. That's too bad. Well, it happens, you know.
Let's go wolf. We know that one. Let's
Yeah, yeah.
Just in case we're getting timed as well, by the way.
Oh, now
Oh,
Tess cares about the points.
I do, I do. What's
Oh, that's
this?
cool. Is that Ichabod Crane?
Who
Let's
sings
see.
Headless Horseman song from the Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad? Don't know this
Okay,
one.
let's think about this. I'm trying to think about it's Ichabod Crane, which is a smooth voice. So it's either going to be Bing Crosby or Dean Martin.
Okay.
It's not going to be Danny Kaye. Danny Kaye was like, did you ever see The Court Jester
No.
or Inspector General? Like, anyway, he was a comedian. All of his songs were funny, right?
Right.
And same with Robin Williams. So Ichabod Crane, it's either going to be Dean Martin or Bing Crosby. Boogeyman says Bing. That was what I was leaning for too, because it seems very round and
Okay.
that sounds like Bing Crosby to me.
And so does AGG. So we've got 2 for that. Yay!
Oh, let's try it.
Nice one, guys.
Nice.
Oh, okay. This looks like a spooky image. How many ghosts appear in the Haunted Mansion at Disneyland and Walt Disney World Resorts?
Oh, you are kidding me. Okay, so
Oh.
the Haunted Mansion. Like there's a room that in that room just like it's like a bunch of ghosts dancing. So I would say in that room alone, there's at least 25. And then there's probably at least 10 rooms that have lots of ghosts in them. So see, I'm thinking D. Like, because what I don't know, because what if like they're broken or something? I don't know.
Sure.
But then why would they ask the
yeah.
question? Why would they ask the question? They're asking the question for a reason. But 999 seems like a lot.
It's excessive. But 1313
But
is a
100
nice,
seems low.
like, creepy number that they may have chosen.
It could be. I just didn't think it was that much. Like if you just had me guess and there was no multiple choice, I probably would have been in like the 250 ballpark range, which is not that helpful because it's right smack dab in the middle. But like,
Should we go no one knows
that's
for
about what I would
sure?
have
Like
guessed.
you say, if we're factoring in broken down rides, how many Disneylands are we talking about? Because you've got the one in Hollywood, you've got the one in Paris, right? You've got
Sure.
Disney World. I think we're going to go no one
guess
knows.
could be.
Bye,
right,
Hank.
let's give it a
Thank
go.
you for stopping by, mate. Oh, 999. I'm going to be
Dang,
saying
that's
that
so many.
when I'm queuing.
Can you imagine the maintenance on all of those ghosts? I mean, some of them are just like hanging from the ceiling, but
Sure.
a lot of them are automated.
I am my friend who is the travel agent who has set all this stuff up for me. I'm so excited to go to Disney World. I'm so excited. I've wanted to go since I was a kid. I've never even been to Disneyland Paris. We couldn't afford that thing like that growing up. So this was
Yeah.
on a drunken night. We decided we were going to book me into Disney. But
Nice.
this whole thing, I cannot wait. I know I'm going on my own and I'm going to just be meeting people on there. But this is the type of stuff that I'm going to stand in the queue and go, do you know how many ghosts there are? Do you know how many ghosts there are in this thing? And they're going to be like, who's the crazy like English lady and can we just come back later? That's what will happen. No way.
See, I got lucky. So even though I grew up poor, I got to go to Disneyland actually quite a few
Really?
times because I grew up in LA.
Okay.
And then like the school would give away tickets as like rewards for not
Nice.
stabbing people
Awesome.
since we were in like, a not very good area of LA. And so I would get like these tickets. So I got to go probably every year I lived there.
Yeah.
I probably got to go multiple times a year. So it was probably like, I bet I went 10 times in the 5 years I lived in LA.
That's amazing. I love that.
Yeah.
Have
It's
you
crazy.
guys, so have you heard of Alton Towers in the UK? Have you guys ever heard of Alton Towers?
I don't recognize it.
So it's our biggest theme park in the UK and it's like 15 miles from where I live, basically.
Oh,
Maybe
okay.
a little bit further. So I spent a lot of time there to the point where one of my games, so I've got theme park on the SNES and I've got it on the Mega Drive and all the other consoles. Game on in Stoke-on-Trent when I buy my games from, he's like, Tess, there's a game here that you might want and it's in a Protecto and all this. And they did like a limited edition run where you got tickets to go to Alton Towers if you bought that version of the game. It's got the stamp on the front of it and everything. So I have that in a protected case and I was like, I've got to have that, haven't I? Like
That's fun.
Yeah. So but it was I loved going there, like we loved it, but again it was one of those, we went quite often. It wasn't super expensive when we were kids, not like Disneyland. Like that's really lucky of you, very fortunate.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I got to go to Knott's Berry Farm the same way and Raging Waters.
What's Knott's Berry
But
Farm?
it's like you know, Peanuts characters, Charlie Brown and Snoopy and stuff
Okay.
like that. It's like that Disneyland for them.
Oh,
And then when I moved to Idaho, the closest theme park was down in Utah. It's called Lagoon.
okay.
And I never got to go there. But then for our senior year, we did a trip where we went down there as well as like funded through the high school and stuff. We did like a fundraiser to all go.
Hmm.
And so we went to Lagoon, and that's where I went on a ride that broke my leg.
What? Because you were so
Yep.
tall, I'm guessing.
I have really long legs, and the ride had been
Oh,
shut down all day, and we were walking past it when they turned it on. And so me and my friends, we just ran straight over there. So we were first in the queue.
yeah.
We hop on the ride, and it's like one of those ones that spins around up in the air and it's all moving around and stuff, right? And it's spinning me. I'm not that tall. I'm 6'2", Angry Gamer Girl, but I'm almost all leg. So I have the legs of like probably a man of like 6'8", and then the torso of like a man of like 5'10", somewhere in that ballpark. But
It sounds like you're
so I'm on the
describing a
ride.
Lethal Company monster.
Yeah.
Cynic, you're not
I
doing
sat on
yourself
the
much
very
credit.
I mean, I'm very leggy, but I sat on the very edge, which is like the part that spins the most, right? So we're spinning, we're having a great time, and suddenly, whack! I hit my leg on the fence that's like next to the ride, and so it wasn't like a compound break or anything, but it was enough that it broke my leg. It like fractured my leg. But then I'm on a senior trip and I'm hanging out with girls I like. Like I'm not about to stop hanging out, and so I
Of
just
course
like my friend, he's a great guy, Jason. We're still friends, but like I just threw my arm around him all day and like hobbled around, and we'd still hop on rides, and I just didn't get it treated till we went back home
Oh my
because you know what am I
God,
gonna do?
cynic.
Yeah.
That's really like
Oh,
so
and as soon
bad.
as my leg hit, like suddenly they threw the switch, turned it off, and they're like, "Oh, the ride's closed again. Everybody get out of line."
And I bet it was in the time back in the day when you couldn't really sue them for it, right?
I probably could have. I mean, this was
Not the Mormon way,
2001.
right, though.
Well, and just not the Idaho way, right? The rural, I don't know. We're just not lawsuit happy people. But the next time I went back there
Yeah.
with, my kids, when, so years later, there's no fence there now. Now it's just a platform with no fence.
Right. Oh my God. Oh, cynic. That it just sounds horrific. Like Becky says in chat, it's like it
Again,
makes
it's
me
just
think
a
quickly.
fracture. It wasn't like my leg was broken in half, right?
Mhm.
It just was fractured, but yeah.
Yeah.
It hurt for
Ugh.
sure. That was
Of
not
course it
pleasant.
did. Of course it did. Look. Right. So we've got the next one. Now this is the one I need you to confirm with me. Is this the one where you're in the lift on this ride? The eerie incident that begins the
Yeah.
cursed story behind the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror at Disney Hollywood Studios takes place on Halloween. But what year? Oh,
So I've only been
this
on this once. I took my daughter on this
is it the
because
year
this
it
was
was
in California
released?
Adventure. I think it's that it was supposed to be like 100 years before it was released, right?
So 39,
So
13,
when was it
maybe?
released is the question. I think it was probably released in 2013. Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
my guess because California Adventure didn't exist. Well, I don't know.
Oh,
When
I
did
think
California
that's too
Adventure come
late.
around?
I feel like
It could be
this
1900.
was 1900. I think this was a 2000 like thing.
But then again, so it could be, right? But I'm also making the assumption that it was 100 years before. But the other thing, it could be 1913 just because 13 is like the spooky number, right?
Or is it the year it was released, which could be 1994? I
I
feel
mean,
like it could be
possibly.
that old. I do feel. And Becky's saying that ride's older than that.
Okay. It could be. I don't know.
So,
Let's see. The eerie incident
incident.
that begins the cursed story behind the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror at Hollywood Studios takes place on what? But like Tower of Terror was based on, like, I know there's a movie. I haven't watched
Mm,
it, but like there is supposed to be some premise to the story. And when you go into it, I will say it's all like old timey, right? So like
yeah.
the vibe of everything, like
So
so
the
like the elevator, they're
building,
throwing the switch up and down, right? And so it's supposed to look old. So I would say that
the building
it's either
looks
going to be 1900 or not. I don't know.
Art Deco-y. It's not Art Nouveau. Maybe it is Art
Yeah,
Nouveau. I don't know. Art Deco's a bit more sort of geometric lines and
angular.
stuff, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Maybe 1913. How old is Disney? Oh, that's
Disney's
gonna
surprisingly
shout
old. It's
Boogeyman.
like it was like it is the 30s, I think, right?
Should
Let's
we go
see.
with 39? Is that the first year of that with the black and white the Mickey Mouse on the boat? Yeah, that is now not copyright protected.
Oh, okay. That could be.
I'm glad you can whistle. 1939. I think
Let's do it. I don't
quite
know.
liking this AGG, and with the combination of what Boogeyman's just said about how old is Disney,
So Disney opened in 55. I just looked it up because I wasn't sure.
So I think Sleeping Beauty had its not Sleeping Beauty. It was Sleeping Beauty, wasn't it? No, Snow White was their first one, and that was one of their first ones they did. How old is that? Is that 39? No, because you said it's 50.
Oh, no, Snow White's even before 39.
Yeah.
Snow White was
13
probably late 20s, maybe? Maybe it was early 30s. It might have been 31. Let's see.
Right. I think we go 39 or 94. So it's either the Disney-ish sort of 1939 era or...
So Snow White was 37. So that could be. Yeah, that could be.
Let's go 39.
Yeah.
Based on what people have said in chat. Yes, guys. Thank you.
Hey, well done.
I would have gone 94. Like, that was the year it was open, surely. Oh, here we go.
Oh, is that true? Boogeyman, is that true? I've never heard that. That's quite the trivia.
Drawn same year. Okay, yeah, that is. Pluto was first drawn the same year as we found the planet. Amazing. I love that.
That's really cool.
Really interesting. And it's stuff you don't know. This is why I love the chat. And this is what's different. Yeah. When I did my radio show, we had emails and stuff, but it wasn't quite as interactive. We might have someone comment on Facebook posts, but you kept having to refresh it. Whereas now...
Did you never have, like, call in or anything?
We did. It was a bit awkward, though. With the studio, the tech in the studio was quite cheap. It wasn't it was just cheap, and trying to get things to work. And you've seen me with tech, right, Cynic? Trying to get the balances right in the studio was a challenge for me. And you were lucky if I managed to switch the mic off in time for me to sing a song. When the songs were being broadcast, I'd be like la 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 la, and I can't sing at all. I've done that a few times. Nice. Let's have a look. In The Nightmare Before Christmas, we've had this. What spell does Sally cast to try and stop Jack from delivering Christmas toys? Should we click on Fog? We were all here for this one,
let's just fast forward through this one. We know this one, yeah. That is the downside of trivia on multiple sites, is that there's going to be repeats.
This is the same question.
Yeah. So let's just skip this one too. So she didn't create multiple clones of herself.
This is the same question. It's like they've got halfway down and start doing the same question. But what was the answer for this one?
I don't actually remember. I didn't pay attention.
I think we went with true, did we?
I think it's that I was trying to deal with chat, and so I didn't actually look.
And I've got the attention span of a fish, so I don't remember. Should we go true?
Well, then it must be. It's got to be. Oh, false is Boogie. So let's go false.
Thank you, Boogie. Don't hop to conclusions. He fails to fulfill his end of the deal. His friends on the other side take him to a not-so-friendly trip to the underworld. To go see Hades. Okay.
Brutal.
What's this? Which popular villains host the annual villain? What is wrong with my tongue tonight? I keep rolling.
Villain.
Which popular villains host the annual Villain Spectacular at Mickey's...
Spelltacular.
For Frank's sake, that's what we're going with, isn't it? Spelltacular at Mickey's not-so-scary Halloween party at Walt Disney World Resort. I have no idea.
Let's see. Well, I assume it's the ones on the screen, right? Oh, wait. Oh, no. So wait, which ones host the Spelltacular? So yeah, it seems like Winifred, because they're witches, right? But it is a trio, so it could be Lock, Shock, and Barrel. We've had those. But it seems like a Spelltacular would be the Winifred sisters. Or the Sanderson sisters.
I was going with gut.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the same picture. Who made these? We know Monty the Parrot. It's that one. Okay, let's have a look at this.
We can't complain about them just reusing other people's content, because that's what we're doing here, basically.
Exactly. That's why we've tagged them all in underneath, just in case. Which Disneyland resort attraction transforms into Ghost Galaxy every Halloween?
Ghost Galaxy, that's cool. I bet it's the Buzz Lightyear one, don't you think? Because the Buzz Lightyear, well, I don't know, because there's animatronics in that, so maybe it won't be able to.
That came up at the top.
So let's see.
Need to keep scrolling
just pull your mouse down further. So scroll up a little bit too high, and then scroll down. It's fine. It doesn't matter. So
Here we
Star
go.
Tours doesn't seem like it would get ghostly, right? And then Tomorrowland doesn't seem like it would get ghostly. But when did this start? Because like I guess I've never been there on Halloween, so I can't say for sure if that Space Mountain doesn't.
I'm just missing
But I've
Halloween.
never heard of Space Mountain doing that, and Space Mountain's an old ride, so it's like my vintage.
It feels like Buzz
I kind of
Lightyear.
think it's got to be Buzz Lightyear, but I don't know what they were gonna do. Oh, maybe they just put like sheets over the animatronics. I don't know.
Maybe it's for maintenance, so they maintain it in the evenings, put sheets over them, and just say, "Yeah, it's haunted."
Yeah,
Uh, I would go
I
with
don't
Buzz
know.
Lightyear as well.
It
Ghost
just seems like the
Galaxy
best place, and the galaxy makes sense. I mean, I
as
guess
does
Star
Star
Tours Galaxy
Tours,
makes sense too.
as does Astro.
But Star Tours is just like a video, right? Like, so I guess Star Tours would be the easiest one to do,
Mhm.
but it doesn't feel like that would be very special. It just feels like it would be, I don't know. And Star Wars fans, I think they'd get mad. They'd be like, "No, I came here. I
Yeah,
wanted to see Star
you
Tours."
cannot
So
do
I think it's
this.
got to be Buzz Lightyear
Sure, let's go with that.
because you don't want to mess with Star Wars fans. They get cranky.
Space Mountain Cynic.
Really?
Yeah.
When did they start doing that? That must be. I mean, they can't have been in my era when I was going to it because it seems like I would have heard about that.
Surely not. You would have heard
Hmm.
about it. Maybe it is new.
All right.
Do you know
Crazy.
what? When going on your logic that you just said about Star Tours and Buzz Lightyear fans would be the same, I think. If you ruin the Buzz
I
Lightyear
guess that might be.
experience.
Yeah. Yeah. It is a very popular ride. When I took my kids, we waited in that one
Submit.
for probably like 2.5 hours.
Submit. Fortune tell. What is this
Brutal.
nonsense?
I think that's the end of the quiz. I think there was only 10,
Okay.
and then they're trying to like get you to click on ads, like they
Sure.
do.
So I think we have got another couple. Should we choose one more and then think about wrapping it up? See what
Sure.
we've got here. Can you?
Sounds good. We've been going 2 hours. I could do one more.
Yeah, let's do one more. We've had a little comfort break, so we're all good. Can you pass
Yeah.
our Disney Halloween trivia quiz?
Now, just looking at the picture,
No.
this one might be harder, but the one on the top right, the one with like Snow White, that might be more our era. I don't know.
Yeah.
Though I think that's the next one if you could just go to the next tab, but that's fine. Yep.
Let's go
We
with
can
this
click it
anyway.
too.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Let's go with this, guys. Any objections, shout up now, but we're playing.
Or
Let's-
forever hold your peace.
We can play this again.
Forever.
We're going to try and do... This has worked really well, actually. Oh, an F11
Yeah.
worked on this page. Look at that.
Nice. Sweet.
So, I don't know the Haunted Mansion.
What's the name of the family? Okay, so I never saw the Haunted Mansion.
Mm-mm.
It's Eddie Murphy, I know. Let's see. So based on just Disney knowledge, let's scroll down so we can see the answers.
What is the name of the family
So
going to
let's
have a new
see.
place? Adams
Nevers,
feels too
Trevors,
much stepping on toes
Evers.
of the Adams family, right?
And clearly they're trying to like throw us off with Evers, Nevers, and Trevors, right? Because so it's got to be one of those three because they're trying to be like, oh, sure, you kind of remember the mouthfeel of it, but which one of these is it, right?
Anybody know? Got a few
Well,
free
let's
hints
think. Let's
there.
think about this. So there's like happily ever after, and that could be a play on like Eddie Murphy, playing in as the donkey in Shrek,
Mhm.
or there's like Never Neverland. That's a Disney thing, right?
Becky doesn't know this either. Tough. This is tough. I would say Trevor's.
I mean, okay.
Oh, it doesn't tell. We have to wait till the end.
Oh, maybe.
That's even worse. And I hope it gives us the answers. What is this thing here?
Creepy AF. That's what it is.
I'm on about the trick or treat. Look, I click on that.
I don't know what that is. It's probably trying to like open an ad. I don't know.
I believe it. That's weird. He's got those old raven eyes right there.
That's
As
right.
the ghost. Oh, I do quite like
Those are
this
some-
across the bottom. That's quite cute. I like
Yeah,
that.
it's cute. Does make it a little hard to see, but it is cute.
But we're wrong. Which musical was the film The Phantom of the Megaplex based on? I'd never even heard of this.
Oh my gosh. The Phantom of the Megaplex?
Becky
I mean,
says these
it's got to be
eyes
the
as well.
Oh, I thought for sure it was going to be the Phantom of the Opera, and they were just saying, well, it's roughly based on that. But
I feel like the Megaplex is K-pop concert. I could be wrong.
You think so?
I don't know.
I think Angry Gamer Girl agrees with me. It's actually Phantom of the Opera.
But
Well,
it's
maybe Phantom of the
a one.
Opera was called something different in I don't know. Cute little Disney Channel movie. Okay. I mean, it could just be Phantom of the Megaplex, but
I would
it
have said Phantom of the Cinema if we're going
yeah,
like,
probably. Yeah, let's do Cinema. And then it's like, we changed it to Megaplex because we got a brand deal.
here's the question we've had in every single one in The Nightmare Before Christmas.
He is a very Halloweeny character, so it
He
makes sense.
is. But I like that he's haunted potatoes again.
I know.
They're all. Oh, it's the same picture. They're stealing pictures off each other now.
Yeah, I can't complain because we're stealing their pictures.
Oh.
So yeah, we'll hit Diablo and go on. There we go. Here's something.
Return of the Oz features a character with a pumpkin for a head. What's his name?
Oh, let's see. Scroll down because I do need the.
Look.
It's Jack Pumpkinhead. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong, but that was what was in my head. Was that it was Jack Pumpkinhead?
But Jack.
So did you ever see Return to Oz?
No. No.
Return to Oz was like unreasonably scary. It would. Well, AG says Billy. It could be. Billy was my second thought. So
Billy was
she
my
would
first
know
thought,
better than me.
but I don't know either. So
hey, well, that's 2-1. So go Billy. But it was like unreasonably scary. So not only did it have these terrifying monsters with like wheels on their feet, but it also had like the evil queen that like stole people's heads and had like a wardrobe full of heads that she could choose to wear.
I do not
Terrifying.
Do not like.
It was so scary as a kid.
Let's have a look. In the 20... Oh, come on. I don't know what I was doing last week. If it wasn't in the 90s or today, I don't know. In the 2023 film, Haunted Mansion, where is the building actually located?
Disney Park? Let's see.
Seattle, New York, New Orleans.
Oh,
Hollywood.
Man. I mean, well, the easiest way to film would be Hollywood, right?
Sure.
Because then that's just like, oh, we just happened to set it in where we already have all our infrastructure to record stuff. I don't know. But Angry Gamer Girl says New Orleans.
We'll go with that. Oh, look at this dude.
And I guess 2023, they were trying to be more like, oh, let's, try to have different areas and cool stuff. So, yeah.
Which Disney film featured a 3,000-year-old mummy? Wow, your mum's really old. Under Wraps, Battle Rap. This is obviously a British Disney one, yeah? Because of the way the mum's written.
Maybe. I mean, or they were just making a joke about Mummy.
Sure.
But I've never heard of any of these. But Under Wraps was the one that rung a bell. So yeah, Angry Gamer Girl, she seems to know.
Okay.
That was the one that I was like, have I heard something like that?
Cynic, all of them have your eyes now. These are your eyes.
My eyes.
You need to stick these on your avatar from now on. Okay.
I'll have to edit the thumbnail, put these eyes on our avatars, and then you can re-upload the new thumbnail.
True or false, Disney have made a film called Don't Look Under the Bed. It sounds true. Hey, Raza is Retro. How are you, mate? We're just trying to answer some questions here on Disney, and some of them are harder than you would think. True or false, Disney have made a film called Don't Look Under the Bed. Sounds right.
Okay. I have no idea.
But we don't know. Best give us the answers at the end, Cynic, or I'm going to be annoyed.
I think they really need a film just called Don't Look Into Our Child Star's Allegations.
Don't go to anybody past 2010 because they're all corrupt and weird as hell. We know this one. What is the name of the town where Coco set? But we got this one wrong.
Okay. It was Santa Cecilia was what it was last time.
Okay. Raza says, how is life in the United Kingdom? Raza, it could be better because it's the middle of the week. I'm not going to lie. I want it to be Friday or Saturday so I can properly stream and game with my friends. But at the moment, I'm just like, yeah, this is fun with me and Cynic and you guys, but we can't do anything too exciting. This is exciting, actually. I like Disney. Santa Cecilia, yeah? What's wrong with her mouth's upside down? I do not like. Do not like this. This is upsetting.
Don't body shame her.
It's distressing though. I can't deal. Do you know in films, anything to do with eyes, like the cartoon eyes on the ones we've just seen, fine. eyes, people poking or doing anything. And AGG will know the scene because it's distressing on more than one level. If you are a Game of Thrones fan, with, I forget his name, what's his name, who is now Mandalorian, the Mandalorian. What's his name? You know, don't you?
Yeah. I'm trying to remember his name. It's like Juan.
No, it's not. It's not Juan.
No, I don't
What's
know.
his name? Like
I'm thinking of his name in Narcos or in.
He's so handsome. He's on a par nearly with Wolverine. He's almost up there. My God. And then they popped his head and with the eyes. I can't do stuff with eyes, but mouths upside down.
Pedro Pascal.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God. But the same with mouths. Like, do you know the scene in Lord of the Rings where they go to the gate of Mordor? And I think it's in the extended cut version. And he doesn't have any eyes, but he has a mouth, and it's creepy.
Oh yeah, that guy is super creepy.
That's what that reminds me of. So it's
I can't remember what that character's name is, but yeah, super creepy.
Yeah, but sorry, Cynic, for reminding you what day of the week it is. But you get this, don't you, Becky? Right? He's got to be on your. If you know in Friends where you laminate your list, he's on there, is he not? Right?
Oh,
yes, 100%.
He's on your. What do they call that?
The list is called.
Pass? Something pass? Like holiday pass or
it's not a holiday pass. What do they call it? I don't know. There's a name for it in Friends anyway. Sorry, anyway. Which Disney movie features a witch called Aggie? Halloweenville.
Oh, so remember what in the Halloween Town question that we had at the very beginning, it was who's the mayor? And one of the options was Aggie.
Yeah.
So it's gotta be that the witch in the movie was Aggie, whereas the mayor was Cabal or whatever it was.
What was the film? Halloween Town?
I believe so, yeah.
Let's go with that. Oh, AGG says you dig on him, but he's not on your list. He's on my list. 100%. 100%. He's like top 3. In Frank and Weenie.
Do you need a list? Who are you making your list for? Is it like for your dogs? You're like, okay, I promise not to bring home any hot celebrities unless they're on this list.
This is very true, Cynic. I don't need a list. Okay, we'll just call it my hit list from now on, right?
Oh, no, your smash list.
Yeah, my smash list. We'll
right.
go with that. God damn it. God damn it. Raza says working the same time as well, thankfully. Working from home. Is that ADG answering the questions as well? No, he's not, Raza.
No, I'm not Angry Dad Gaming, but I do sometimes get confused with him just because we're so frequently having our voices at the same time in the same stream.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You will note.
I'm Cynic Placebo.
Cynic and I are not rowing. That's the big difference.
Yeah.
That's how you know.
Do you see us fighting? Not Frank.
No. If Frank was here, even like it wouldn't even. I don't even know what it is. Like I can say something in a British word that isn't even that British, and he'd be like, "That's not how you say that." Like, yeah.
You know, I've heard other people say that Frank and I sound alike, which is odd because I actually stream with somebody. So, like, if you've ever seen my streams with Old Cranky Gamer, I'd say I sound a lot more like him than Frank. But I just find it because Frank's got like that gritty, whiskey stripped grit to his voice.
Yes. I think the thing is though, like the first ever stream I did with you, I was chatting with you and chatting with Frank, and then in game, you both asked me something at the same time, and I said, I don't know who I'm talking to, because I genuinely didn't, but I do now, fortunately. Yeah. You sound very different to me, but I spend a lot of time chatting to you.
Yeah, Raza, you don't even have to worry about it. Angry Dad, he goes for the his vibe. So he would say I'm nicer than him. Like that's something Frank would say himself. So.
The whole of YouTube thinks that Cynic is the nicest person in YouTube. So the fact that he's
that's not true. I'm only like the second nicest on your Fortnite squad.
Oh, we cannot. Like Test Pilot is the nicest person in the world. I think I love that man.
Yeah, told you.
Just he's the nicest guy, and his wife is as well. I absolutely love Tracy. I love the pair of them. They're just amazing. But you are very nice, Cynic. Too nice.
Yeah.
Too nice to me.
Angry Gamer Girl has just invented some amazing lore, though.
Mm.
There is no Frank. There is no Cranky. I'm actually all of them.
Is
They're
that
just
true?
impressions of me.
Is
I don't
that
know. I think the problem
true?
is that Frank and I talk on top of each other a lot. That would be difficult for me to do. But maybe I'm just that good at impressions. I'm like
Perhaps
the
so.
ventriloquist that drinks water and sings a song at the same time.
Yes. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. Oh dear. What's Raza saying? Raza is retro is the nicest. Even won an award for it.
All
Prove
right.
it.
Well, then you've got to go head to head with Test Pilot Game Glitches and see.
Oh,
That's
he's the
that's the
sweetest
real test.
guy.
If you can unseat Test Pilot Game Glitches as the king of nice, then you truly
That
win the
guy does
nicest.
not swear, and he is like you guys, like we all go off in different things. Like when there's four of us streaming, sometimes I'll go off with
Yeah.
Frank will squabble. Both of us die most of the time. Cynic's really helpful. He'll be like, you need to do this, you need to do that. Organises everyone. Me and Test Pilot just stand in a corner laughing. That's what we do. We laugh at nothing and everything at the same time. One of the nicest guys, like genuinely,
Yeah.
I love my squad. I have the best squad, and I will say that out loud. And anyone try to contest that, I will prove you wrong. Best squad ever, minus Frank maybe.
Nice.
But anyway, right in Frankenweenie. Speaking of Frank, in Frankenweenie, what is the name of the dog who belonged to the young scientist Victor Frankenstein?
In the UK though, it's not Frankenweenie, right? They say Franken aubergine.
No. Franken hot dog. What is the name of the dog who belonged to the young scientist? Frankenstein. Go for it.
Oh, let's see.
Oh,
I mean, it's not
Raza.
Zero because Zero belongs to Jack Skellington.
Yeah. Raza's just asked the question. Tessie, you would team Feed Me Chicken or 16 Bits and Bobs? Raza, now. Well, let's mull over this question. We'll get back to that one. Sparky, AGG says.
She doesn't want to answer for fear that Feed Me Chicken will like show up in her room at night, just staring at her over her bed, pecking at her eyes.
No. I will answer very shortly. We'll do this question and I will answer the actual question that's just been asked. I've been hanging around with you two. You guys have asked.
Well, AGG says Sparky, and I've never seen this movie, so I'm gonna side with her.
Okay. So, Team 16 Bits and Bobs and Feed Me Chicken. It's difficult, this one for me. So, the reason I am on YouTube is because of Ali from 16 Bits and Bobs. I had an Instagram account. I was uploading little Sonic videos, like 45-second ones. And Ali got chatting to me and he's just like, you should start a YouTube channel. And there was an ulterior motive for this, so we'll get back to that. And I was like, no, I don't think I could do YouTube, blah, blah, blah. He's like, just set up a YouTube channel. I think you'd be good at it. So I did. And then he's like, you need to vote for me in this GirthTuber award. So basically, he set me up to vote for him on the GirthTuber award on YouTube. On YouTuber, I nearly said YouTube. But Feed Me so Ali was my first sub, and then Goldtooth was my second one. And between Goldtooth and Feed Me Chicken, on one of their streams, they're just like, go and like this girl. And overnight, I had 100 subs because of them pair. So I can't, like, if I wasn't in Florida for the next, for the Mario Kart tournament on the 16th of November, I would be with Ali because Ali and I beat Feed Me Chicken at the Knott's Gaming Festival at Mario Kart, basically. But so yeah, I would say Team Ali, and Chicken knows this, but he is very close second. That's what I'm going to say.
There you go.
And
Sound
then
logic to me. Blonde logic, in fact.
Blonde Logic and Cynic is like and subscribe. Please do, guys. I always forget to say this because I just have too much fun and I'm not good at self promotion at all. But yeah,
And again, this is just a chill hangout stream,
is.
so you know.
It is. I think we'll do more of these though, Cynic. This has been a lot of fun. It has been a
Yeah.
lot of fun. What is this terrifying Toy Story film called, Cynic? Can we remember?
I'm pretty sure we were right. It was
We were.
Toy Story of Terror. That was correct, I believe.
I do not
could be
like these
wrong.
teeth.
Oh, come on. You just want to give him kisses. He's so cute.
No.
He's a little pumpkin.
Nowhere near. It best give the answers, Becky. Yes, AGG.
Watch at the end, it'll be like, you can have answers as long as you tell us your mother's maiden name, your first pet, and give us your email.
Which Disney movie features a pumpkin that's turned into a coach? Cinderella.
Okay.
I was thinking
That's a weird
coach.
picture to go with that.
I was thinking coach as in like a jock coach, as in like a sports coach there. And I was like, what? Cinderella.
Oh, gotcha.
Is it not?
Yeah. Bibbity bobbity boo.
Oh, little screamy emoji. I like that. Which
Yeah.
Disney movie starring Eddie Murphy is about a family who accidentally end up in a spooky house?
Oh, we've kind of had this one, but just not phrased this
I
way.
do not remember those, Cynic.
So it was the Evers, Trevors, or whatever, just above the last name of that family. They were in the Haunted Mansion.
Good. This I do not like. The pumpkin one I did not like. Do not like. I don't like mouths on things that don't belong. The eyes I can cope with. Don't like. We know this one, the Sanderson sisters, yeah?
Yeah, we're definitely hitting the repeats now. That's good though. We're wrapping up, so it's all good.
What is the
Oh,
creepy screenshot from? I know this one.
especially since look at the picture. Look at the picture real close, everybody. Scroll up to the picture. Look real close so you
I
can
ain't
spot
zooming
any
in.
clues.
Oh, Raza says he's got to go for the city of Montreal, needs me to protect it from the evil. What is the evil? Is it Phoebe Chicken? I think it is. Thank you, Raza. Thank you for stopping by, mate.
Good luck to
Appreciate it.
you. We'll put your Raza signal in the clouds next time we need you. Thank you.
Ali, are you still here or are you just coming back? Because I was just singing your praises. You know the reason I'm on YouTube is because of you. You know that, don't you? Do you remember this, Ali? You must. Yeah, so Snow White, right? Based on this.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, I wouldn't ever say 100%.
Oh,
but,
I do not like this picture though. This upsets me a lot. We're scrolling
yeah,
past.
it's a weird arrow.
Which
I don't like
does
that arrow
not
either.
include a witch. I know this one. He came
I
back and
mean,
he remembers.
I just got to double check my terms, but
Yeah.
I can't think of any reason why the last one would include a witch. But yeah, I think, but the Little Mermaid, like, I don't know. I always thought it was weird to call Ursula a witch because, like, that's like saying, I don't know, if there was like an alien that also did magic, would you call that a witch?
I class myself as a witch most of the time.
Okay, all right. Well, there we go.
Maybe change the first letter out, but yeah, sure. Oh, Ali, yeah, you remember. You convinced me to come on YouTube, mate. The only reason I'm here is because of you, and look, and now I've got friends all over the world. It's fucking awesome. And that's the first time I've sworn all night, by the way. I'm very good.
Is it?
Yes. It is, Cynic. I'm sure it is. Is it not?
Okay. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention, but I just imagine one might have slipped out, but I don't know. I haven't monitored you.
I do need to reiterate, if you do not follow Cynic Placebo, please do. And everybody else in the chat, we're all quite like-minded. So go and follow each other. It's all about community. I bang that drum so much. I've met so many friends through YouTube. I love it. We're Aladdin.
It is really fun, the community. Yeah. And Angry Gamer Girl, she's another one that we've met through YouTube, and she's a blast too.
Honestly, Ali, Becky, so AGG is one of the loveliest people, and her partner Faceless is very, very funny as well. He's not. I would actually say you're louder, aren't you, Beck? I would say, but we like Faceless's reactions when he's got his camera on and we're streaming because he just dies laughing at stuff. Love it.
Yeah.
Yes, she is. She's his daughter.
Yeah, that's a lore. I mean, he doesn't recognize her. She doesn't have his last name, but you know.
But we know what he's like. So yeah, technically daughter, but nobody knows. Oh God, I've outed it. Damn it! I'm so sorry, Becky. I've outed it. Right, Aladdin.
Yeah.
In Coco, what do the spirits of the dead look like? People in
this
sheets,
one, you know. Yeah,
colourful skeletons, green zombies, see-through ghosts. Skeletons, yeah?
Yeah, because it's all Day of the Dead-y.
Uh-huh.
It's like Grim Fandango.
What's this? What's the name of the type of magic doctor Facilia does in The Princess and the Frog? What? Type of
So the
magic?
guy that was whether or not he got turned into a frog at the end, it turns out he got taken to the underworld. I mean, so voodoo seems too on the nose, which seems like they wouldn't want to go full voodoo. So I bet it's going to be
black magic,
either juju or black magic. Angry Gamer Girl says voodoo. Really? I'm surprised that they would court that one because it seems like all the people that came out and protested Harry Potter for having magic, it seems like they'd be like, maybe we shouldn't go full voodoo.
Let's go with voodoo. We don't know until the end. We hope we know at the end.
Yeah, again, I don't actually know. That was just me trying to guess what a an executive would be like, no, no thanks.
In The Nightmare Before Christmas, what sort of creature is Jack? Vampire skeletons on me. We know this. Jack
I
Skeleton. It's
mean,
his
what's the
surname, for
definition of a ghoul,
God's
though?
sake. I don't know. You tell me while I drink
I
my
don't know.
wine.
I don't know what a ghoul is. I've never understood what a ghoul was. And so, how could I know if he was one? I mean, he does look very skeleton-y, but maybe a ghoul is a skeleton subset.
I would
No.
say Frank is a ghoul because he's not here to defend himself.
Oh, harsh. Or maybe he's lurking.
It could be lurking. He
I'll
would have.
timestamp this. Frank, where are we at? We are, let's see, 21, 24 in. Tattletale.
If he stops by, then no, he couldn't have resisted. We've made too many sarcastic comments for him to resist. He's like me.
That's
if it's
true.
sarcastic, and you're the same, aren't you, Cynic? Sarcasm is
Yeah.
quite natural to you as well.
For sure.
Skeleton.
I mean, what are you talking about?
what? What you want about?
I
Really?
never do sarcasm.
Really?
Yeah.
No, neither do I.
All right.
Well
So
done.
skeletons, this one, it's got to be. And
Tell
then,
us the answers.
17. Okay. Well, now scroll up,
Oh,
and see if it highlights them
please.
all now. Because it looked like it
Oh,
did
it
last time.
does. Should we go right? Let's go up to the top. Let's go up to the top. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this.
Man, that was some aggressive scrolling.
Good at scrolling. Good at scrolling, Cynic. It's one thing I can do with my nails. Right. So the first one we got wrong.
All right.
It
Well,
was
this is the one we were
Evers.
like the least confident
Yeah.
about, right? It was so
Yeah.
weird.
So the
All
Evers.
right. Okay.
I said that.
Oh,
That's
I
why it
didn't
was
know which one
wrong.
was which.
That's why it was wrong because I was saying I
Okay.
said that. Yes, I know.
It
I
was
said
just
that 'cause
Phantom of the
it's wrong.
Megaplex. We overthought it.
No, I'm going. I said it was Phantom of the Cinema, Cynic. Yes, that's
Yeah,
why
yeah.
it's wrong.
I had no idea. I mean, any of these could have convinced me that they were real.
Yeah, this was great. That one was great. We weren't very good at that. Insects we know. We know that this guy was called Diablo.
Yeah.
Oh, we were all wrong.
No, I was right.
No, we're putting you in the bucket with us, Cynic. Went along with
I mean,
it.
I was cowardly and did cave almost immediately.
Did
so
not
I guess that makes
protest
me well.
enough. You did not
That's true.
protest enough. But those are the three. We got the first. Oh no, we've got two wrong. 1, 2, 3, and the rest are right. All the ones we
Yeah.
discussed were right.
Well
We
done,
are
chat.
not
Thanks for helping.
Bad at this,
Yeah.
guys. Right.
Crowdsourcing all of our, I don't know, answers.
Yeah. But
Now we'll have to compete in a real pub quiz and just have chat in our earpiece so that we know what's going on.
Yeah, sure. That's what we need to do in the future. That's what we could do. We could be on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. You know, was that a controversy in America as well? The one in
What?
the UK, where
What controversy?
so somebody won one of the first people to win like 500,000 or 1 million on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. They're cheating in the audience. You know about this?
Oh. I
No,
didn't know
genuinely,
about that,
it was
no.
huge. It was huge. So there was a guy who was like he was doing like going through them, and in the audience there was someone going,
Wow.
and he won his money
Interesting.
by cheating, and it was huge news over here in the UK. Like that was
Oh,
20 years
dang.
ago easily. Yeah, it was a big thing.
I mean, the biggest controversy here in America was probably just that Regis Philbin showed his bare feet and it got like all foot fetishy. It was a little weird.
Who is that? I don't know who Regis
He,
Philbin is.
he was the original host of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. as
Oh,
well.
okay. So over here it was a guy called Chris Tarrant who also used to present a show called Eurotrash.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't Google it. Don't Google it at work anyway. Google it.
Too late. I'm Googling. No, just kidding.
But yeah, he was. But Chris Tarrant used to be on like kids TV as well, and then he went on Channel 5, which was a bit more sort of alternative, I would say. And then yeah, ended up on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and was popular. Obviously, popular show.
Hey, anybody that doesn't follow Jimmy Savile's path is right. So
Oh, he was not Jimmy Savile. Or at least I hope not, because I actually quite liked him. I quite like Chris Tarrant. And then he said Chris Harrington. Who the fuck's Chris Harrington? I'm just making
I
words up
think
now.
no. I think Chris Harrington was the guy in the Borderlands 3 game we just played, wasn't he?
Was he? Google it. So Becky is
Oh no, I'm
saying,
wrong.
we need to do a quiz stream again. Sonic quizzes, sure. We'll do Sonic quizzes. I could write as a Sonic quiz. Early Sonic. And the first question would be, what is the name of Sonic's arch enemy? Nemesis. And you could go Dr. Robotnik, Dr. Eggman, or we could throw a spanner in the works and go Shadow. Could we
There
not?
you go.
Hmm.
I have to get some of my quizzes reworked so that we can do some of them. But I've been thinking about doing sort of pub quizzy things where I have teams. But I've got to change the way that my program works, because right now my program was designed around people buzzing in, and that doesn't work really well remotely because it favors people that have a better connection. So I'm going to change it to make it more pub quizzy, and kind of do like Jimmy Carr's The Big Fat Quiz of Everything, kind of that
Yes.
format.
Yes, Boogeyman. Name your badniks won't be easy because I don't know the name of the badniks. The only one I know is Coconuts, Buzz Bombers, and Baby.
I do not know.
Yeah, that would be a good one. You need the pictures and stuff. That's a really good shout, Boogeyman. That is a really good shout. So, yeah, there's a few things coming up soon. I mean, I don't know if we're streaming on Saturday or what. We might just game, we may stream, but if we do, we will post it. Cynic and I will share. We normally stream on Frank's channel, don't we, if anything?
Yeah.
On a Angry Dad Gaming channel. There is a big thing coming up on November the 16th. I am in Florida, but I am co-hosting. So Mr. 16 Bits and Bobs and Feed Me Chicken, if you're in the UK, are two quite popular YouTubers. Well, kind of popular in the retro community, I would say. They are having their final head-to-head. It's even brought 16 Bits and Bobs out of retirement to have the head-to-head with Feed Me Chicken. So they're having two teams and they're going to compete to see who can win at Mario Kart. Yeah, so that's on the 16th of November. More details to follow. I have got a few things coming up. So this weekend I'm announcing, it's not a big thing, but it's my 2 years on YouTube. So on the 25th,
Nice.
which is in 2 days, so it'll be at the weekend. So a few days after my 2 years on YouTube, I'm announcing something that I'm going to be doing in November when I get back from Disney. So that's something big coming up. And
Awesome.
yeah, there's a lot going on. I like this time of year. I think the whole YouTube community is like when the nights get darker. Yeah, we all sort of, I don't know. This is the thing.
Get in and stream.
We do. We stay in and stream and just like enhance our
Yeah.
community. In the summer, people are a bit more aloof, right? Unless you're hardcore. But
Yeah.
but it was
Now,
fun.
real quick shout out.
Yes, please.
On Friday, just a couple hours before we did it today, well, 3 hours, I guess, before we did it today, Angry Gamer Girl is streaming Call of Duty Black Ops 6. So
Yes.
go subscribe to her and check out her stream on Friday.
Please do. Becky's one of the loveliest people on YouTube. You say you're an angry gamer girl, but I think you're one of the sweetest girls. You're the sweetest, angriest person I've ever met. Let's go with that. That's a nice feed in, right? But you are, and I love your streams, Becky. When I get chance, I do drop into them, as you know. But I think, yeah, we've had a lot of fun on Lethal Company and Fortnite and such, haven't we? But yeah, please go and check out AGG. A few other people in the stream tonight. So we had AGG, so Becky from Angry Gamer Girl. We've had Marathon Gaming. We have had Ali. We've had the Protector of the Multiverse, or Prototype Gaming, who was stopped by earlier. 16 Bits and Bobs, Ali from 16 Bits and Bobs. Izzy. I'm just scrolling through. Please don't let me miss anyone because I have a tendency to do this. Jack
I have a hard
Knighty
time
was
to remember
here.
who all you called out.
Jack Knighty was here. Mr. Fulton Mraz was here as well. Anthony A, thank you for dropping by. Who else? Obviously.
Marathon Gaming? Did you already call them out?
Scotty Tahati, Marathon Gaming. Goldtooth. Miss Goldtooth. We had Robo Boys, Slow Hank, if you want to follow his streams. Who else? I'm scrolling through. Boogeyman, obviously, my go-to for the big rings on Sonic. My go-to for Sonic 3 streams when I'm going, where do I go? What do I do? Like I've not been playing it for 30 years because it really doesn't look like I have. Oliver dropped by for a little bit. I'm hoping I've got everybody here. If I've missed you, I'm really sorry. It's because I've got very old eyes and I can't keep up with chat. I'm scrolling. I think that's everybody.
I think so. I think you hit them all.
Razor's
But again-
Retro. Razor's Retro dropped by as well. So many people. Thank you so much. This was really, really
Yeah, it was a
fun.
fun chat.
We had a lot of fun. Anybody who hasn't, please go and subscribe to Cynic. The reason we're doing this in this format is because of Cynic. If not, you'd just be watching me on Twitch screaming about the fact that I can't get Twitch to work. It's Cynic Placebo. Go and check him out. Thank you, Cynic. Always. Right, guys. Thank you so, so much. And we'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Bye.
Oh, I'm back.
I was just saying, are you bye? Bye-bye. Come on, Cynic, say bye.
Yeah, my internet cut out, but I'm back. So bye.
Just in time to say goodbye. Bye, everyone.